All right. I believe we're ready for some Sonic Lost World. So, here we are. I'm IKG Productions. I'm a big fan of this game. I've been working on a review for this game for a long time that will actually be finished pretty soon. So this feels very appropriate to be doing for this. But with me, I want to introduce my co-commentators, Harain
Hello.
and Red,
Hello.
and possibly more. We shall see.
So, we'll explain the donation goal, but I think we need to decide the price now.
I think so too.
I think, given where we've been, donation's been slow. $5 sounds about appropriate to me. What do you think?
I was thinking the same thing. Let's do $5.
Okay. I'll make a graphic for it, and you can update it as soon as it's finished.
Okay.
It should only take a moment.
You got it. All right, new game. And Red, can you tell me how that audio balancing is? I'll be
testing.
talking, blah blah blah. Dr. Eggman, dropping the critters.
Drop the critters again!
Exactly.
Things seem to be okay. Let me just hear myself.
Sure. Yep.
Guess I'm a little low, but otherwise everything's good.
All right, I'll bump you up.
IKG. I will now send you the updated image file. Just replace the one on the screen with this one.
Okay, I'll do it right after the cutscene since it seems to freeze when I click off.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Hold on.
So, to explain the donation goal that we just set a price for, we are having a system where if you donate over $5, at least $5, you can make IKG complete one stage upcoming with an S rank or all red rings. If you can specify in your donation comment whether you want it to be an S rank or all red rings. If you don't specify, we will just assume it's the red rings. Okay? So, all donations.
Actually,
over $5.
I'm gonna change that. Actually, if you don't specify, we're gonna assume that it is the S rank.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch it up a
Then
bit.
that's where we're going instead. Sure.
I think it'd be a little harder.
That's
Yeah.
totally fine.
A couple people in chat said the game side was slightly low volume. I thought it was fine, but maybe you want to.
Thank you for that. I'll bump it up. Thank you. Appreciate it, chat.
All right. I think so far I'm the only co-commentator besides, IKG himself playing the game who's familiar with this, but this is a cool game. And I know it's certainly personal to IKG in a number of ways.
It is, and I'll be talking a lot throughout this. Hopefully not too much. All right, should be updated. Should say $5. Once I transition it like that.
Yep. There it is.
Great. Okay. Sorry for the wait, everybody.
And here we go.
We are ready to play Sonic Lost World. If the audio is still quiet, just let me know. But there's a few things I want to say right off the bat, because this pertains to people who play this game and those who have not. I am not just Sonic. I am Link Sonic. Hi. If something seemed a little different, that's why. This is actually part of the Nintendo DLC released for the Wii U version. And if we have extra time at the end, I will be playing those levels on the PC version through very magical means that I shall not disclose. Now, with that said, I have also replaced the ring system in this game. Now, the rings are still here. However, they purely will act as a simple collectible for numbers' sake. They won't do anything specific, because I'm using the heart system from the Zelda DLC. They do replenish upon checkpoints, but it's one hit and I lose the heart. It's not necessarily harder, but it is definitely different. So I just want to let you guys know. I decided, why not make it a little more special and do something Zelda-themed, since we are theming Dawn of a New Day around Majora's Mask. In terms of my goals for this playthrough, because I've played this game a billion times, I want to make sure I keep collecting animal bodies so that we don't get roadblocked, but I am going to mix up the speed and exploration, try and keep the pace different so that I'm not just speedrunning and I'm not just walking around. Hopefully somewhere in the middle. Alright,
Now,
there you have it.
if I remember correctly, our plan was that if we reach certain donation thresholds, we unlock each of the DLC stages and eventually even maybe some really more difficult post-game stages progressively.
That's
So,
right.
We should put a first goal. I'll keep the Zelda one on because the Zelda one's not going away. But how about this? If we reach another $25, $425, let's say that, we'll add the Knights DLC stage.
Sounds great.
So halfway to the Zelda one, basically, from where we are. I will try to remember to remind people every once in a while that that is a thing.
Sounds good. That'll be our first one. Following that, we will do another donation goal. So if we hit 425, we will be doing Knights. And then after that, we will have the Yoshi DLC. Then Zelda. And then last, we'll do Hidden World, which is the secret world in this game.
Okay, so yeah, if you want to alter, there's a number of ways to alter the gameplay. All you need to do is donate with the link in the chat or below the stream.
Yes, and could you remind our folks what we are doing here at Dawn of a New Day?
That is a great point. So we are Dawn of a New Day, and we are raising money for Direct Relief, an organization dedicated to helping people in times of crisis across the globe. They, in particular, though not dedicated to one specific cause, are very much involved in the Ukraine crisis right now. So if helping out there or with any of their other projects sounds like something you really want to be involved in, then why not check out our donation link? And not just get us to these goals, but help people who legitimately could use it. So every dollar is absolutely appreciated. And even just watching this stream and sharing it around helps immensely. So thank you for participating.
I hate to think what Eggman's doing to those poor things.
I'm on it.
We absolutely shattered the first 24 hours with $400. We're now going on into the second set of 24 hours, the second day, so to speak.
Kind of crazy, honestly.
So maybe we can make this a little more exciting. And that was a very blank stare. That it was.
Let me look at something here. Okay.
Rest in peace, Oma Chow. Oh, wait, there he is. Oh, no!
Everything looking okay and sounding alright with the stream?
I have it muted, but
Stream?
my voice seems good next to the game audio.
Right. Okay. Sorry, well, I just want to make sure things are good, then we'll pretty much be going non-stop. Okay, so on to the next zone, but we first talk to Dr. Eggman. So, I hope not to talk too much and lecture too much in this, because I am doing an upcoming review about this. Not that I'm worried about spoiling, I just don't want to completely overtake the co-commentators. But, this game is very special to me. My appreciation for it just goes up over time. For those of you who don't know, I've been a Sonic fan since I was 7 years old. Sonic Adventure DX is what made me interested in video games to begin with. And I played just about every Sonic game ever released. And Lost World has honestly shot up to being one of my favorites. It is a very bizarre game. It's a very inconsistent game in terms of its vision. Yet it is extremely interesting to me. It takes a lot of things from Mario. It shakes up the 3D Sonic formula, preserves some 2D elements. It's got a very wacky Alice in Wonderland, Jack and the Beanstalk kind of inspiration to it. And it's genuinely just fascinating, but it also has this mechanical depth, especially in its 3D segments, that I feel just is so Sonic-y that it just feels right at home, even in a game that looks a lot more Mario-inspired. And yeah, I mean, it's my relationship with this game is kind of complex, which is why I'm doing a whole review on it, because I really want it to be, worth people's time and not just another Sonic review. There's a lot of things in it that I want to say, and I hope some of those topics come up today as well. But I'm not going to force anything, obviously. I'm not going to be like, okay, let's talk about this blade of grass. No.
I'm avoiding the pun.
Yes, I hear you. I know what you say. Yeah, there's a few things I want to talk about to people who are not familiar with Sonic Lost World, or may have only heard of it. It is a 3D action platforming game, where speed is encouraged. There's also a lot of maneuvers, such as like parkour abilities, kick abilities, spin dashes, climbing, all sorts of things like that. There's Wisp power-ups. There's just a lot going on. I mean, this game throws everything at the kitchen sink, but the thing that makes it really unique from a lot of Sonic games is that it's extremely polished. And that is not something that is very common to the series, as much as I love it. But this game just... there's not a single aspect of its gameplay that I don't think is very fine-tuned. And that is impressive, because it introduces, and unfortunately is exclusive, to a lot of really interesting mechanics for Sonic, as we'll touch on. But they hit it out of the park on the first try. And unfortunately, this game was kind of a middling success. Maybe you could even consider it a failure, financially and in terms of reception. But I love it, and I always will. And there's nothing you can do about that, so ha. Alright.
Also, welcome back, Team Eater.
Welcome, welcome. I'm at a great time.
I'd just like to remind that we are doing something where every $5 is another S rank or red ring at your discretion. Although I do want to bring up a point I don't think either of us considered. If
Sure.
somebody donates significantly more than $5, do we make it every $5 is another stage? Or one donation is
Ooh.
one?
I would totally be up for it from a gameplay standpoint, but I think from a time standpoint that might be risky.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
I'm just thinking about the whole, maybe someone comes in, drops a 50.
I think what we should do is, if someone would be so generous to drop a 50 or anything, at least their goal will go towards the unlocking of the new levels.
Oh,
to be
yeah,
played.
no.
So we'll keep the red rings and S rank at $5. And
Yeah,
if you would love
one
to
per
donate
donation.
more, we will have a continuous goal of reaching up. I believe it's currently at $25, right? What's
425, which is
425.
24 and a half from here.
okay? So if we hit 425, you'll unlock the first bonus level, the Knights DLC level. I would love to play it for you guys. So yeah.
Also, if you really do want to see IKG, spend more time in this game or flex his capabilities, he will be blazing through this game unless we start getting in those donations.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at Lost World.
It's like DKC2 all over again.
Yeah. I may or may not have played this game like 20 times. You know why
Sonic Lost World
Can I
is
be
very
honest?
mild.
You know why I play Sonic Lost World so much, viewers? The mechanics. They're addicting. It's addicting. You play
From-
the game a
from
billion
80
different
Minions.
ways. Look at me go.
Glad to see you're playing the actual best Zelda game now.
I mean, wow.
Uh,
I'm not gonna get into that.
I'm amused. I'll say that.
Okay.
Uh,
That was a pretty good one.
And to the previous point, Sonic Lost World is definitely really Mario-esque, and that is on purpose. They are very blatant about that. Mario
Oh, yeah.
Galaxy in particular.
It's not hiding, no.
But something people, I think, forget if they weren't, maybe they just don't remember or they weren't paying attention to the hype cycle when the game was announced. But everyone, including some teas from Sega themselves, was comparing it to Sonic Extreme. And in a lot of ways, it still has a lot of influence there.
It's true.
Especially given, well, yes, this does have the anti-gravity thing very similar to Galaxy. The whole tube-based level design is ripped from Extreme.
And actually, if I may go a step further, I feel like Sonic Lost World takes a lot of abandoned Sonic concepts and manages to marry them together. That being one key example. The run button, I believe, was discussed in the past as well. And it is worth noting that They have also toyed with the ideas of ensemble villain casts as well, as we're seeing introduced here with the Deadly Six. So Sonic Lost World really is an amalgamation of things, not just art assets. I mean, that's the very funny, kind of easy thing to say, and I think it's true. It is an amalgamation of art assets, by all means. But in a way that's bizarrely charming, if that makes sense. Like, I'd much rather look at Windy Hill than Green Hill, because it's just so bizarre. I mean, like, you can't make this stuff up. Like, look at what I'm doing. I just... It's a far cry from the adventure era of Sonic, right? I love how everything is grounded in that series of games, and 06 and Unleashed especially. But if you're gonna go balls to the walls, I'd rather it look something like this, because it just... You get total freedom to do whatever you want, and the only thing I think this game plays really safe on is level themes. But even then, there are some pretty good surprises later on.
Mentioned by Ignominius in chat, and I do think that is one of the things that holds back Lost World. I, on paper, on the note of the art direction, actually think that this is really cool, but I don't think they live up to it.
Oh, I don't either, to be clear. I don't think it... I'm not defending it, per se. I just...
No, I know. I think it's better
I do
than
actually
people give it
think...
credit for, personally.
I do think that more unique level themes would have absolutely benefited this game. But I can't say I've enjoyed the level themes anymore elsewhere at the same time, so that's something I have to give the game.
I really like the abstract, bizarro world type structure. I just wish that the rest of the Lost Hex felt like that. Whereas when you look in the background, like, it's a pretty nice looking background, but it feels completely detached, and not in an interesting way, I think.
Some of the levels, I think, do it in a really interesting way. I don't think Windy Hill does so at all, so it does make a pretty rough impression in that category.
Think that in general, I'd love it if it was almost like you could see a landscape of this, you know?
Yeah.
Just bizarre floating amalgamations of this strange hex-shaped world. And
that might be possible with today's consoles. I don't know about the Wii U, though, to be fair.
they could have done, well, you might notice, but that is a 2D background.
Oh, okay. I thought we were assuming that this was going to be now in 3D with the art assets, but...
They could do some of it.
In that case, sure, you can do anything. Like
There's
that.
a lot of trickery you can do to make it an amalgamation of 2D, 3D, blended layers, parallax.
Oh, for sure.
It's achievable. You can give the impression without, like, going hard on the console space, especially given this game's limited play space. I think that's achievable. I do think that there is a bit of an undersold charm, though, to its very... It's very artificial and vibrant presentation.
Something also that was a key goal for Azuka-san was to have this game run at 60 FPS on Wii U, and he did directly mention in an interview that I cite in the review that the simplistic art style was actually a catalyst for that. So it is an unfortunate, I guess you could say, sacrifice. But again, because the gameplay mechanics are so advanced for people who really want to dig into that kind of thing, the fact that it had an unlocked frame rate from the beginning was really nice. Really nice. Prioritizing gameplay over story is not always a bad thing, even in Sonic.
You know what I think? Because artificiality is supposed to be the name of this. But the bog standard theming that feels like Mario doesn't complement it well. I think the theming should be seriously tailored to this. It's a natural environment, but it doesn't feel natural, you know? And that ties in thematically so well on paper to the Deadly Six having this unique ability to interface and control electromagnetic waves, which is why they can control Eggman's robots.
Right.
You know? That whole, yeah, they're a natural creature who lives in this place on their own, but they have this weird ability to interface with machines, which is completely artificial.
And again...
The level design on paper blends that.
Yeah, and again, something Dr. Eggman takes advantage of here is that there is this conch, which, you know, not only reminds me of SpongeBob every time I see it, but other than that, it just has this connection to that electromagnetic stuff. I really wish we got to see more of that in the story if it was written with different goals in mind, but alas, never got to see what that was truly could have been. Some missed potential, for sure.
The
That
shadow
is a red
has
ring.
spoken!
Yeah.
All hail the magic conch.
How's the chat doing?
We have a few people. So now we have an all hail the magic conch in chat. Yes.
Perfect. Right on brand. Love it.
Oh, jeez. Don't want to get too far off into discussing, obviously, the current state of Sonic and everything. Though, I will say that, much like my feelings on a lot of them, I think that this game, while it doesn't live up to everything, does still have a lot of interesting ideas I just wish were explored. I think that's my biggest aspect. My
I think so
asterisk.
too.
of this game.
Also, Ron posted some good news in the server.
I
I saw it out of the corner of my eye. That's why you don't look out of the corner of your eye.
Oh, there we go. Cool. That resolves a number of
You
things.
should invite him back for Lost World.
Yeah.
Yes, so we got our hearts back. Zelda Sonic? Or Link Sonic, I should say.
And brief reminder to our 14 viewers. Every donation, $5 or more, will make it so IKG has to perform another S rank, or get all the red rings in a stage, at your discretion. If you do not decide which one, we will assume that it is getting an S rank. So, if you'd like to see a little more from IKG, consider donating. And if
Please
we
push
reach
me.
another
I love being pushed on Lost World. I really do. Please.
If we get another $25, we'll go to the Knights level. So,
And we can go right away, too.
donate now.
Oh, to be clear, the only thing that we can't go to right away is Hidden World. I will have to beat the game first. But if we do meet the goal thresholds for the charity to play all of the other DLC, we can do that right away. So just a little disclaimer about the Hidden World. Hey, Ron, welcome.
Hey,
How you doing, Ron?
fine. I got the Parsec password thing fixed.
I saw. There's something else I was thinking, by the way. I know we've been circling around Red like a bunch of sharks about Sonic and getting him to play Sonic games.
Yes,
but
you should play this game.
I think that this genuinely would be one of the ones that would be more up his alley.
Yeah, we talked about it the last time KG played that, and we were talking about Lava Mountain Zone Act 2.
Oh, yeah.
And rather than asking Red's opinion on whether or not he'd like to play this game, I'm just gonna say that I think I'm right.
I think you're right, too. I think Red should play Sonic Lost World.
I think you should play Sonic Colors.
Ooh, I heard the
donation.
donation sound.
Wind Waker Gamer donated $5. S rank, and the fact that it's been sitting. Oh, sorry, didn't read the whole thing. I'll go and pull it up.
Please do so. Thank you, Rain Sister. We very much appreciate it. I don't know your name, but I'll probably learn it someday. Anyways, regardless, you know who you are. Thank you very much.
Oh, we're on a new page of donations now. Interesting. S ranked, and the fact that it's been sitting at 49 cents was bothering me. $5.51.
Thank you so much. I assume that means S rank for the level I just beat, which we can do right now. Perfect timing. Here we go. Gotta get the S rank.
Ferncliff says, I'm not sure if Red would like it. Being similar to Mario would be great for him, but being similar to New Super Mario Bros. Specifically represents stagnation.
Oh, please. To say Sonic Lost World is similar to New Super Mario Bros. In any way except aesthetics is a joke, because, in my opinion, you have one of the most complex 3D platformers mechanically compared to one of the simplest 2D games. I don't know.
Also,
I don't quite see it.
And well, obviously, to speak for Red even more while he's in the call, I don't think people quite know exactly how Red feels about New Super Mario Bros. Not that he doesn't dislike that aspect of it.
Fred, would you like to speak?
Perhaps a video topic for another time.
Ooh. To be continued.
But, I mean, for this game specifically, I don't think that would be enough to detract from it, assuming I liked everything else about it.
Here's why I think Fred would like it. I think it's got good collectibles. I think it has a lot of mechanical depth. It's got good 3D movement. It's got good replay value. I don't know. That's why I think Red would like it.
It's got a nice blend of Mario mechanics, Sonic mechanics, and a bit of that DKC flair.
It definitely it borrowed two mechanics from DKC in particular, two of which that really make the game, in my opinion. It also has this new mechanic right here. Woo! If any Sonic game was about freestyling, it would be Lost World. That or SA2. SA2 in a more literal sense because of the trick system, but in terms of pure gameplay, like mechanics and like just what you can do moment to moment, Lost World is just freestyling. That's all it is. That's all it is. You can literally play this game like baby's first platformer, and you'll probably make it through. And then you can also do this. Like it's very versatile. It's not some hardcore platforming game. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it has so many options. It's crazy.
So it needs to be like classic Castlevania IKG.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's so many options. Options that matter too, not like Forces options. Okay, sorry. I got out of my system.
IKG forces himself to stop.
Iggy Minius is here. He says
Hey.
the mechanics are pretty neat, but the handling feels off to me.
Oh, I love
I
handling.
have a number of things that I find just odd about Lost World's control. None of it's nearly enough to make me dislike it. I still really like it. But there's a number of little things that are strange to me. I don't like that Sonic moves slower horizontally than forward and backward, for example.
Oh, I'm stupid. He also said beforehand, the Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea when you said IKG would have to get all the red rings. Go
Well,
on.
best rank or your sister.
Nice. Like, I don't care for the fact that turning makes you slower horizontally. I don't think the run button was the best implemented. I don't think it's nearly what people say it is. The fact that there's a run button isn't, like, awful.
I've been talking a lot, so I'll say this. I agree the turning, slowing down, not a good thing. And I agree the run button may or may not be necessary. As you'll see in the review, I'm a little... I can't say anymore. But it just... Generally, I do agree with those who were saying that in the chat. I do agree with that. I do not think it's a significant problem, though. And it definitely doesn't impede me from enjoying the game. Maybe it does for some, though. That could be the case, for sure. And if so, I understand.
I don't care too much, or I don't have too much of a problem, I should say, with the midair momentum, though. I do think there might be some things you could do about it. And the 2D sections, I will say, I don't care for the lack of momentum again, but that has a lot more to do with the speed thing. My bigger thing is that the way the momentum works is that you carry your speed when you jump, but you lose that speed when you double jump. So the cost of a double jump is now that you have to slow down, and you can't go quite as far flying in the air. I think that's a good system.
I like it, yeah.
You can't control your midair direction very much out of a jump. And for the most part, I think that's fine. I think that it's good that it's committal and you have to learn to use it. But I do think for general platforming, they could tweak it. Maybe a system where, like, the jump works just like it does now when you're doing it out of a spin dash, or doing it from parkour. But when you're just walking around or running, maybe it should give you more air freedom in turning. Because I think it makes a ton of sense that you do not have the ability to really, like, dictate your midair turning when you're going that fast. You have to learn how to work with it. But I could understand if someone made the argument that it should be easier to use for basic platforming.
I disagree. Because...
I don't know.
Never mind. But yeah, that's okay. Something I do want to mention that we didn't talk about is, the in-game dialogue I really like in this game. It's not always well written, but I think it's probably the best implemented of any Sonic game. Because in-game dialogue, I think, really brings a lot of charm to 3D Sonic games, but this game probably implements it the best. That, and I guess... Nah, this one. Yeah, I guess so. I just really like how they respond to your actions throughout the level and try and discourage Sonic. I think that's
It's the best
interesting.
level of farm life. I mean, this is a life farm of a level, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Iggy Minius also said, if there's anything about Lost World I'd call underrated, it'd probably be the music. Yeah, the music's great.
Oh my god, it's one of the best Sonic
I was
soundtracks.
I was gushing like a while ago about the music in the rail levels, on rail
Honestly,
levels.
I also think that what's the piece called? Wonderworld gets overlooked a lot in favor of the other games' main themes.
Yeah,
I think Wonderworld is
think so.
genuinely really cool.
It is. It's a lot of instruments in that one, and it has this very nice, overwhelming sound where it's very bright, but it really fits the game. I really like it.
I just think it has to do with the fact that it's not a vocal theme. That a lot of people don't give it.
This game
the
would
same
have
kind
never benefited from the vocal theme. I think it's good that it's vocal-less, because it's not a very human game. It's not a very human Sonic game.
I think it works.
Yeah,
I like
it's
it.
got to be instrumental for this one. So this is Eggman's main machine here. His whole scheme in this game is that he wants to drain some of the planet's energy, but not all of it. What he wants to do, because he's realized that taking over the world so many times just doesn't really work, he decides, well, you know what? What if I built my base on this floating island, and then what if I decided, hey, I'm going to drain the energy, rebuild, and then use that to take over Earth? So he's basically trying to colonize one of the most foreign environments in the entire franchise. Of course, that's a problem when the inhabitants, the Zeddy, don't want their land to be taken over. So in a way, the Zeddy are a little sympathetic. I wish this story would actually do something with that more, but they do kind of just want to destroy Sonic, which makes them the obvious antagonists. But there was an attempt there, and I think what's interesting is stuff like this, which, I mean, what am I looking at? it's dessert. It's a Kirby level, It's Gourmet Race.
Sonic Lost World, not Lost World, Colors level.
Ah!
What's it called?
I always think Colors
that,
when I
I got a little overexcited.
because they have
Oh, huh.
Sweet
Welcome
Mountain.
to Care
and,
Bear
Colors.
Donut Land. Was ignominious. Also, Neo Lanky 1 says, I've learned to respect this game a little more over the years. Out of my main complaints, I personally feel a vast majority of the locals and overall aesthetic of the game is very bland and uninspired. Not a fan of the story and dialogue, but as for the mechanics themselves, I don't really have too much of an issue. Yeah.
I think my review is going to have an uphill battle with the internet. Oh well.
Huh?
I said, I think my review is going to have an uphill battle against the internet.
I mean, even if I do still think that there's nobody in this call quite as positive on Lost World as you, I would absolutely agree that Lost World is
I wouldn't
criminally overhated right now.
I wouldn't argue anything.
I don't understand how you can hate Sonic Lost World. I don't know. That's... okay. Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Remember
Really?
when
This
Sonic
one?
Lost World was just kind of disappointing to most fans?
Well, that makes sense to me.
Well, you know,
That makes sense after
can totally
generations. I get
understand-
that. I don't understand the hate.
I can totally understand being disappointed by it, especially coming off the heels of like generations.
Like, all the time I see Lost World at like the bottom of tier lists. I'm like, what did it do? It's the most polished game in the series. It's fun to play. It's inventive. It's got good mechanics. It's fun. I don't know. Like, if it was
Lost
just
World is-
okay, that's one thing. But I mean, I struggle to find Sonic games that really play this well. And
I'm
love
avoiding
Sonic.
citing my hot take
Unleashed?
about Sonic in regard to Lost World,
That's okay.
because it's not the place. But
Oh, I know what you're gonna say. Sorry,
Honest-
my review will say it. It's fine. Wink, wink.
but
Again,
uh,
you also do have to understand that this game did come off the Tales of Generations, so I can understand being a little disappointed by it.
That's why it's
I
interesting to me that its reputation's only gone down over time, not up.
Oh well, yeah, no, that's crazy.
This cutscene's terrible, though. But whatever.
I do like Sonic getting smacked with a sandwich, though.
It is a very interesting image, I will say. You never expect to see that. Da 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 da.
I still want Eggman sandwich from Unleashed.
Even over that one, but that one's huge.
I could eat the whole thing, and Eggman's was really well decked out.
That's true. Zomom doesn't really decorate his with as much going on. It's not as good to eat.
I mean, that one sandwich could last several days.
But what is it going to look like a few days from now?
How much does it cost to make?
How much does it cost to feed
maybe
someone?
Prosecutor Walton, maybe a little better, but I don't know if that's like. I don't know if that's the sole reason people are more negative on it now. like AKG is saying they are. Like.
Anyways, we don't have to make this a political Lost World thing. I just wanted to mention that a bit. I'm just happy to celebrate the game because I love it, and I really do.
That's just the first time I've heard that people are like that much more negative on it now. I just thought
they are.
I always thought the consensus was still that the game's just alright and more disappointing.
Again, I don't want to go start digging into it too much because I don't want to start getting accusatory with people who ever have not said things. That's not my intention, and people can have whatever opinions they want. But I have noticed a much larger group of people who feel that the game was significantly hindered in a number of ways and antithetical to what they want from the series. Now more than when the game came out.
Yeah, no, Walton, I am.
Speaking for myself,
I
I want complexity in gameplay. I want replayability. I want speed. I want exploration, platforming, and for me, I'm just stressing, for me, this game delivers on that front more than a lot of entries in the series. I think it does. It is absolutely lacking in categories such as art design, story, for sure. But generally speaking, I think it has some of the most fun gameplay in the series.
For me, it is kind of the definition of a B-tier Sonic game. You know, it's...
I'm not even going to tell you where I put it now.
That's okay. I know you put it like an A or S.
I would not.
It's an S now.
I wouldn't mind putting it in A.
Okay.
I feel like it.
Because I have to be honest with myself. Like, am I
that's
gonna like put it in B because like that makes me look better? No, I think it's an S. So I'm just gonna put it in S. Like, you know,
That's okay.
I should stop caring
Honestly,
about what
though,
people think.
I don't have much problem putting it in A myself.
It does have some similarities to 3D World. That is fair. I think 3D World is the more polished game, but I think Sonic Lost World does some more interesting things.
It's a good way of looking at it.
Although there is no 3D Land equivalent, I would say, probably thankfully.
Lost World 3DS. No, I'm just kidding.
No, no.
No.
Actually, you know what? Now that you say it, I'd rather have a 3D Land equivalent. Like, I like 3D Land, I just don't particularly want a more bland and less inspired Sonic Lost World.
Me too. Yeah. It's not one of the game's strong suits, so you don't want to see it worse. Yeah. All right, Zomom, come on. Gotcha.
We gotta go. It's dinner time.
Oh,
You just ate a
That
giant
is-
sandwich.
that is one more thing I think I would say is a critique of this game in general. Not mechanically, but regarding the mechanics, is conveyance.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
conveyance.
The
Conveyance.
biggest thing for me, actually.
That's probably the
So
single
many people
worst
don't know how
mistake
the
they
game
made.
works.
Yeah.
People just don't know how the game plays. And while I do think people should have spent a little more time reading the hint bubbles, they shouldn't have had to. The game should have been far better about actually telling you and showing you how to use your tools and giving teaching situations to learn them.
Yep.
Like when it drops you in a boss fight and kind of just expects you to realize how the charging homing attack does multiple hits to a boss.
For those who have not played Lost World, all of these mechanics are explained, but they're explained non-diegetically. And that is
They're also
an issue.
explained kind of poorly.
In some cases, actually, that's true. It is very vague. Anyways,
I think-
since it's been a while, I was wondering if one of the co-commentators would like to talk about our donations and the charity while we
Red's been
watch
quiet.
this
His turn.
big fight.
Go, Red, go.
Wait.
Doesn't
sorry.
seem like he's
Okay.
interested.
yeah.
Hooray, your turn.
Yeah, okay, sure. We are Direct Relief. Wait, no we're not.
It'd be nice if we were, but we can't.
I guess we're the next best thing. We're Dawn of a New Day. Who's supporting Direct Relief?
There you go.
If you donate using the link in our description, 100% of your donation will be going to Direct Relief, though. Direct Relief, if you are uninitiated, is an organization that goes and helps people in times of crisis across the globe. They are currently very involved in the Ukrainian crisis, but there is a lot they do with their resources. And if you want to help and contribute to that, links in the comments, and link is below the stream. Anything and everything you can contribute is highly appreciated, and just by being a part of this stream, you're helping. So, thanks for watching.
Thank you very much, Rain. And could you let them know about our special goals specific to Sonic Lost World?
Sure. Every donation, $5 or more, as it says on the bottom, will grant either IKG needing to perform another S rank or collecting all of the red rings in a stage, at your discretion in the comment of your donation. If you do not specify in your donation's comment, then we will assume it's an S rank. At the next... I'm going to say alongside the $450 goal for the Zelda CDI, right? Because I don't think we... Or no, I'm sorry. We haven't gotten that far. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Holy smokes.
I'm so... At $425, that's where we are. At $425, we will be going to the Knights DLC level. And if you would like to see that, then help us get to that goal. And yes, as I half alluded to, there is a current goal going on, irregardless of Lost World, where if we get to $450, we'll be reciting the opening to Legend of Zelda, or not the Legend of Zelda, that's not in its title. It's just Link, the Faces of Evil. But the
Couldn't
opening
even
to
get
game.
that right. No. I do want to interrupt real quick to talk about this little Easter egg exploit / thing. It's something I've been doing traditionally. I do this regardless of how many times I play this level. I've done it since 2013. It's a little trick. Okay, not the first time. We're going to try and go automatically run along this wall you here see. Right? This wall right here. So I'm going to do, you go up and with the side. Alright, and you got to get it just right. There you go. And you can make a whole full circle. 360 degrees. Just a little trick. It's just like a little, almost like a ritual I do. That's how much I play this game. Because I just like doing that.
The parkour's fun.
Yeah. Say that again.
As a number of people have said, the parkour system actually would make a lot of sense in a proper boost game.
Thought it was going to be in Frontiers. I'm surprised it's not.
Although they do seem to have reintegrated some form of naturalistic wall running.
I guess.
We'll need to see
We'll
how
have
it
to
plays.
see how it all works. Woohoo!
When was the last time they tried to have non-scripted wall running? Sonic 06 in a 3D game.
Yes. Sonic 06 was the last
Because I think every game since Unleashed only does that scripted.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, I guess in the boost games, technically there's some forms of wall running, but it's... not really. Most
Nah.
of it's just designed to say, here's the wall running section, you know?
Right. Because really, they treat it as like a quick step section. So is there a wall running section where you don't quick step? I think very brief moments of Generations, and I think that's about it.
Yeah,
Not
I mean, like,
Unleashed,
oh
not
boy, I'm
Colors.
boosting up a slope, you know? Like, I guess.
Yeah. I think 06 was the last time they tried that.
I knew him well. Me voice chips
So
all
cattywampus.
Thanks to Sonic, everything's gone.
I honestly am rather interested in wall running returning.
I'd love to see this first half of the cutscene with lap tracks. I think that would make it really funny.
Yeah, that would. God, imagine imagine Lost World's parkour system in Unleashed.
Ooh.
It would fit perfectly in a boost game.
Including my mechs, do interesting things.
Imagine if it worked like running on water, where boosting is required to keep it going, but if you aren't boosting, then you will eventually fall because you can't maintain the speed.
I hope the Zeti eat you alive.
Easy.
You meddling hedgehog.
Okay, if it pleases the court, all those who think Eggman is a total bonehead.
We have
raise
Better
their
Call Saul
hands.
here.
Well, there you go, folks. The motion is passed unanimously.
I didn't raise my hand. Alright.
Also, while technically Lost World doesn't have a true wall running system, because, you know, you don't just run on the wall, it's, you lock to the wall and it's, you know, a parkour. The parkour wall running is still very flexible and very interesting in its own way.
We'll have to wait. While I take care of these
So,
matters,
I
the rest
really
of
like that
you
in Lost World.
cannot.
Please, Master.
And there's not really any game in the series like that, because even in the games with naturalistic wall running, you can't
Now,
do
don't be
much
concerned.
platforming with it. Right? Like, you could do slope jumps. That's cool. But, like, think of, like, the wall in Emerald Coast in Sonic Adventure 1, right?
Bones.
Where you run up it to go to the higher or lower part. What happens if you jump on the wall? You know, you just jump off the wall. It's not like you can jump to another wall. Right? And you can do that in Lost World. And that's pretty cool.
I think it's time we push for some donations. So commentators?
I would absolutely like to see IKG have to do another S rank or another Red Ring 100% on a level. All we need is a donation, $5 or more, from any of you lovely viewers. And if you do not think you can or don't want to, but you still want to contribute, maybe share the stream around. More people watching, more
No
opportunities
shortage
for
of Sonic
donations.
fans on the internet, and I say that with love. So, if you wouldn't mind, let them know that we're playing Sonic Lost World with Mr. Sonic Link.
I just saw Sonic go straight into the planet and he was just ahead.
He was. That was really odd. Hope it
I
happens
know
again.
it's because the grass is tall, but fine.
Come on, big watermelon.
Why is the watermelon trying to kill you?
I like to think Master Zeke is inside it.
You know, see, the watermelon's done being pushed around after Mario Sunshine.
It's revenge for the Watermelon Festival. Yeah. That's appropriate given the setting of this one.
By the way, kind of parallel, briefly, with the whole planning for this event, IKG. I don't know if you noticed, but I was helping Red with some research for a potential video idea. And that involved looking into some of the Mario Kart arcade games.
Oh.
So I played, very legitimately, the Mario Kart Arcade GP2. And went through all of its racetracks.
How was it?
I played it before in, like, actual arcades, but
Oh,
it's been a while, and I don't get the opportunity to do that very often. But it is a fun game. But one of the things I thought was funny is Arcade GP2 specifically has a mission mode, where every time you finish a cup, you get a new mission to do. And one of them, for the Mario tracks, which the Mario tracks are themed after Sunshine vaguely,
really?
the Mario tracks mission is pushing a watermelon across the beach to a goal.
Well, they knew exactly what they were doing. Love that.
Yeah.
That's great.
And that game came out in like 2004, so it's very
Uh-oh.
tough.
Ocarina of Time heart nodes. Oh no.
Ding ding, ding ding, ding ding.
Rocket.
Although it is far less fragile than in Sunshine.
That's good.
I mean, you are using a car, so it better
Well, I
be.
mean, it's out for revenge in this game.
Oh, in this one, it's just
This one is gonna kill you. In fact, I'd argue
Oh.
that the watermelon is one of the most violent things in Sonic Lost World, funnily enough.
We're doing
One of the most violent
watermelon
enemies in the game.
escort mission.
remember. Okay, to gush about one tiny irrelevant thing in Mario Sunshine that's tangentially related. You know the blades that you push the watermelon into, just like the blade in these levels?
Yeah.
In Mario Sunshine. I love that you can stand on the blade and it just like shreds Mario's health the instant you stand on it.
Or Red, do the mama thing.
Mama!
Mama! Charles Martinet's Sunshine performance is just
so
so
good.
memorable.
Another door?
Hello, door.
There's more?
He's more powerful than I anticipated.
Oh my
Wow,
goodness.
wow, 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 wow.
Shows much
Like,
can't do
there's
it.
no way you're landing on that blade on the
Question,
top of the hut.
how is
unless
this
it's intentional.
American food getting to the Lost Hex? That's the most important question about this game's story.
I suppose.
Well,
Where'd he get the
Yeah,
bag?
good question.
better ways to make
I thought the
That
donuts
bag
were huge.
The bag implies he went to a store and bought all those. Where's
Unless
the
they
store?
What
have
store?
unless they have a plant that makes paper.
This is the problem with Lost World stories. They just don't care. It's just like
Yeah, it's
bag
like-
of donuts because it'd be funny. Okay, if you say so. All right.
It's this sort of thing I was thinking where it's like we see the
Oh,
big guy
oh yes,
with a
Iggy
big
Minius
sandwich, but like other than like Eggman saying that he made the sandwich, it's like where would it have been? Where's the kitchen?
Exactly.
Iggy Minius points out the donuts came from Desert Ruins Zone 3.
Yeah, but those were
But
huge.
The bag.
I did go, yeah, I was gonna say I still want to know about the bag.
Oh, you know what? Off screen the whole time in Desert Ruin Zone 3, there was actually a donut shop with regular sized donuts.
You see, when you break one of the giant donuts, they can turn into tiny small donuts. That's how that works. Logically.
You
Obviously.
know what? I'm a fake fan. I didn't even know that.
No,
Sorry, guys.
that's-
Reviews canceled. I'm not worthy. I can't do it.
Yeah, I totally didn't just make that up.
Yeah. Nah. Azuka. It was Azuka's favorite element of the game. He put it in.
My
Oh.
source is that I made it up.
That I made it the faff up. That's an old tie-in. From,
So Ron,
from
you're a big fan
Session.
of Sea Bottom Sieg, like a lot of people. Do you want to talk about what you like about this music, since you were talking about the other day?
Oh, I just really like how relaxing, but also kind of tense it is.
I really
Absolutely.
think that this piece exudes an
really-
absolute feeling of aquatic ambience.
Oh yeah, that even in the lava mountain, even in the lava mountain theme, it really it still really fits.
Good shot
Even
of
though
Link
that-
Sonic there. Yeah, it does really fit there, especially with like the deep purples and the little orange touches in the background. You know.
I love how it's able to be both calm and peaceful, but also kind of urgent in a weird sense.
I think the drum clicks and the beat track really help with that. The beat track is, I say this in the review, the beat track is like subtle enough to still give way to the beautiful melody, but it's there enough to give that sense of urgency. They really found the right balance, I think. And it's nice because I wouldn't take it any other way. You know, I wouldn't want it without the beat track, you know, but I wouldn't want it without the lush strings and piano. So, and something I've
Yeah.
noticed is through analyzing the soundtrack for the review, I've noticed a lot how much this game loves filling in the piano. This is a rare instance where they feature the piano in the melody and counter melody. But piano chords fill in a lot of tracks in this game that no other Sonic game has really done before. I think that's the kind of sensitive touch that really matches this game's aesthetic. Like, you would never see that in Forces, you never see that in Adventure, you never see that in Unleashed. That just, I don't know, it just feels so Lost World to me. So I think Otani did a really good job.
Doesn't the same
With that.
thing kind of be said about Aquatic Base's theme, Act 1?
That's a rare instance where the piano is used for counter melody. You're right, outside of Lost World. Yeah.
Yeah.
This game does that
Off
all
the
the
top of
time.
my head. Also, Iggy Minion says, have you seen the video on Rage Quit Zone?
I sent IKG the video. I don't
Oh,
know
it's
if
in
you
my
watched
watch later. I haven't seen it yet. I'm sorry.
I haven't seen it.
I'll get to it.
What is it?
I didn't want
It's a good video.
I didn't want to watch it before the review because I didn't want to like
Oh, wait, is
accidentally
that
take
the
something
video
from it.
about-
So I didn't, you know.
Is that the video about, is that the video about Lava Mountain Zone?
Yes.
Oh.
And contrary to what the title implies, it's actually mostly positive.
Yes, I have seen that then.
I will watch it. I
remember.
just don't.
That was a
wanna-
good video.
I don't want to see it until my review's done.
IKG,
What's up?
I don't think you posted a link saying that you're doing Sonic Lost World on your Discord. Want me to add everyone there?
Sure. Yeah, that'd be nice. They may like to know since they've been so patient for the video.
Maybe you could get a sneak peek at your thoughts.
They sure can. I do think that was one of the best cutscenes in the game, for sure.
They're
Don't have
destroying
any issues with that one.
Minecraft.
Minecraft trees, you got it. More trees. How are we doing on time? Can anybody tell me when the session is supposed to end?
Video 6 right now. I think it ends at 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You probably
Alright.
got fine.
I think we're doing fine.
Yeah.
Plenty of time to also do some donation strats. So, once again, if you donate a minimum of $5, you can request I do an S rank. You can challenge me to an S rank run of a particular level, or challenge me to get all the red rings of a particular level. If you don't specify which, or you don't really care, I'll just default to the S rank since I think that's more fun to watch. But again, red rings are perfectly welcome if that's what you want to watch. Absolutely can do. We also have other donation goals. If we get to $425, I believe this came out, right, Hooray?
425.
$425, that will unlock the Knights DLC bonus level, which I'll play right away. So, that is our new goal. If you know fans of the Sonic series, please give us a shout out. Let them know about the New Day charity and that we're raising money for Direct Relief, a charity that is helping. This is really hard to do while pushing a pineapple. Somebody take over! I just feel like I'm gonna stumble.
They're supporting people in crisis across the globe.
I'm so sorry.
Especially the people in the middle of the Ukraine crisis. Sounds interesting at all? Please use the link in our channel's description or in the chat.
Thank you, Hooray. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's fine.
I was like
Also, I
patting
don't
my
have
head
that
and rubbing
everyone
my
really
stomach. It felt
understands.
like it's funny. Oh, thank you, Hooray. Appreciate it.
I said I don't have @everyone privileges on your server, so if
Oh.
like a mod wants to go and do that, that's fine. But
Quick pause.
you can have Red do it. He's here.
It's alright, I already did it. Thank you. Great. Okay, back to the stream. I can make Sonic dance like this. There we go. Are you impressed?
Oh my goodness. He's dancing.
Being schooled? The way he
You can
says that
really
is funny.
You can really see IKG flex his knowledge of Lost World with the S rank goal. $5.
$5. That's it.
$5.
I have to say, this is definitely one of Link's more outrageous adventures in Hyrule, I think.
You know what, Iggy? I believe you. Because I think that he would definitely take that from Dr. Eggman, who is, in his eyes, a young Link. And
Talking about Zeke.
yeah, and we absolutely know what happens to the young Links.
Dude, what? That's so oh my gosh. I was not expecting that. Oh my goodness.
We donate to Direct Relief so we can support people in other countries. Make it so that they have supply, safety, shelter. What were you thinking?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Anyways, giant crab. Giant enemy crab.
So for a brief moment, the stream was like low quality for me. It's back to normal now, but it started like once you died.
Oh, really?
It wasn't like that for me. I think that's just your end.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you for letting me know, though, just in case. If there ever are
I've
issues,
had something like
just
that
let me
happen
know.
occasionally. But
I just thought the timing was funny.
Sonic dies, the stream dies.
I think the stream was just like, well, F this guy, he clearly can't play Sonic Lost World.
Once we're done with this run, we'll be halfway through playing Sonic for this stream.
Whoops.
You skip the checkpoint and then threw yourself into the pit.
Uh-huh. Hey. IKG goes big or goes home on Lost World. You know, my friend Tommy asked me when I told him about how the review was going. Was it Tommy? No, maybe it was either Tommy or Conrad, one of my friends. And I was like, and they were like, are you like known for like being the Lost World guy? And I was like, I hope so. And he thought that was funny. He's like, well, why would you hope so? I was like, I don't know, because I love the game, and why not? I'd be flattered if people thought of me with Lost World. Hopefully in a good way, though.
What have I spent so much time playing this game for if people don't even think of me as being the guy who plays Lost World?
By no means do I want to be the only person who likes it, or the only person who can play it, but sure, I'll be the Lost World guy. I'd love
Sonic
that.
Lost World is his game. He owns it.
In Mizuka.
In his game.
In whose game? Where lies are none.
He's like the he's like Uzuka's
100
ghost producer specifically for this game,
That's right, Ghost Producer. I like it.
or ghost developer, I guess.
100 rings. Don't get you one.
RPG, you're the guy
Like
who
how when people
advocates
say
about
that
that move. Stop.
Like when people say George Lucas had a ghostwriter, or Hideo Kojima.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
There was something I
This is
thought-
embarrassing.
There was something I was thinking about before when we talked about wall running, because it is a natural tie-in to Sonic physics that have been since the classics, but because of 2D, you can't actually have wall running. You can run up and down walls, but you can't run along a wall, because
Yes.
that requires a third dimension, you know?
Mhm.
So, ironically, the Sonic series hasn't explored with something so obviously Sonic in identity, as much as you would think they have. I really want to see that being something they flesh out more in a less scripted manner. Which Lost World probably is the closest we've come to something that gets that feeling.
Well, there's a first time
Nice.
for everything.
Team Sonic's blasting off.
Oh
together.
my god. What is wrong with me? Much better.
Also, I'm curious.
Yes.
If you guys want to, you don't have to if you're a little camera shy. But how many of the people in chat were here watching us on the first day? Give us a shout out. Just ring out in the chat. Hey, thanks for being here. Thanks for sticking with us.
Yes.
Nia Lanky was there last night for Luigi's Mansion.
Oh, donation.
It's from Iguminius, donating $10, saying S rank Tropical Coast 4, so I know how it's done.
Okay, thank you, Iggy. Appreciate it. Where is that balloon? Where is
Thank
that
you for the
balloon?
donation.
Thank you so much for the donation. Really appreciate it. And that also gets us closer to the night's DLC donation as
We
well.
are $9 away.
That's awesome.
One more donation like that, and we're already there.
All right, we'll do this. We'll do the S rank right now, but that means we can't make those flubs I did at the end. So this one's for Iguminius. Here we go.
I know I overextended many times doing that S rank and killed myself.
Yeah. So what's that last section? Because if you run and jump at near, like, after the apex, Sonic does get momentum to push forward, and you can actually stack it. It's probably the single hardest, like, tech in the game. You can actually build momentum and stack it. It's one of the only ways you can build momentum in this game. But you go, like, so fast, you have to be, like, frame perfect by the time you get to the last, like, I don't know what you would call it, sphere of sand. But it's almost impossible to do. So sometimes I like try to get a couple of them just to get pushed farther, and sometimes skip an orb.
So that's what
I don't know if what I'm saying makes any sense, but
You just want to go smash it, don't you?
we'll see.
Well, yeah.
More Sonic games should have tech. They're built for going fast after all. They actually have most of them have a lot to them when you dig into it. I mean, people have talked to death about the tech of the classic games, and it is fantastic. But there's actually a lot to a lot of the games.
Yeah.
I particularly like talking about Generations in particular because there's a lot of subtleties, and I imagine Unleashed is pretty similar from what I understand. But kind of similar to Lost World, actually. I really like the short hop mechanic Generations and I believe Unleashed have, where if you do a short hop, you get to keep all of your boost speed into your jump, but if you do a full hop, you lose your speed. So the trade-off obviously being that short hops don't get you a ton of height and are a lot harder to time because of that when you do need to jump over something. But that means that if you can pull off a jump that's hard to do with a short hop, you get to keep your speed while doing it, making it so you can shave off those seconds. And that's
Just
really
to be clear,
fun.
he said Zone 4?
Yes.
All right, you got it. Continue.
I know there's like some momentum shenanigans. I forget what they're called, but in the Boost Sonic games, namely Generations and Unleashed, I think.
M speed
right?
and D speed?
Yes. Yes. I've never gotten deep enough into those to start learning that, but there's some really interesting like quirks you can play around with those.
Yeah, for sure.
Of course, while it is more downplayed in the Adventure era titles, they still actually do have the momentum systems of the classic games. Namely, especially slope jumping. Everyone talks about slope jumping in Adventure 1.
Adventure
But you
1
can
is
actually
notorious for that, yeah.
But you can still do it to some pretty cool effect in both SA2 and Heroes.
Yeah, that's true. Shadow? I don't know. Can you? Can you really?
I'm pretty sure it's in Shadow. I just don't know if I'd say it's like the most useful.
Okay.
$4 more and it will be at $420. That is true.
So what I'm doing, Iggyminus, is a skip. I'm basically skipping an entire planetoid by just finding this balloon. And you want to look for this very estranged pattern of little floating platforms. And this will save you about 25-30 seconds. So that's a tip. I'm just mentioning this since I know you said you wanted to kind of get some tips on this. So that is something I would recommend for sure.
Speaking of $420 being very close, this S rank's also for 420 time.
No joke. It is.
Maybe you could finish it at 416, just like our current donation total.
Okay. Really overworking me. No. Okay.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
That would just be a funny coincidence.
Yeah. That's a tech also. You can spin dash on the top of trees. Get it just right. You can also skip this entirely.
This is basic Lost World tech, but once again, the game does do a poor job of explaining things to people a lot of the time. But in Sonic Lost World, if you keep holding the spin dash button after a jump, you will spin dash and get a speed boost when you land. So you want to keep holding spin dash and jumping, and every time you land, it will refresh your spin dash.
Yes, it's probably the single most important non-essential. Okay, that sounds like an oxymoron. It's probably the most important advanced maneuver in the game because it does also help casual play of Lost World. It really does. So,
but genuinely speaking, you're probably not going to get almost any of the difficult S ranks without doing that a lot. So
I will tell you right now, the times expect that you know how to do that.
Yeah. So
it's not hard because they do give you a white flash to indicate that you've held it down again, but you just want to make sure you're always looking for that.
Yeah. I'm mentioning like it is a simple and very central mechanic, but
no, I'm
the
so
game,
glad
once
you're talking
again,
about it. Yeah.
Could be bringing that up a little bit more clearly.
Okay, this was the spherical thing I was talking about. I don't
Yeah,
want to overdo it.
I knew exactly
Don't
what you
want
were
to
talking
overdo it. There we go. Okay, so now we have to beat the boss fight before 420. Haha. Alright.
Something to remember as a tip for boss fights in general, every single one pretty much, you want to get the reticle to max out its charge, because each reticle counts as one hit. So you can skip that number of hits when it maxes out a charge. Sometimes it won't charge any further because you can't hit the boss any more times than that, so don't stand there wondering why it's not charging.
Another tip for the Rocket Wisp in 3D, which really only pertains to this level and Zone 2 of Tropical Coast. But if you're kind of having a hard time deciphering where exactly the balloons are in the sky, they are actually always above this sort of circle of flowers, and they have several different designs of those flowers, which is actually really cool. However, it is going to be the smaller flower bed, so it's not like the one I just did. But yeah, that's important to note. It looks like we're going to have to replay, unfortunately. We got close, but not quite fast enough. 29 seconds slow, in fact, so we're going to have to do it again. That's okay.
Not 29, just 9.
Or sorry, 9. 29. 9 seconds. That's okay,
Well,
we're going to...
gonna have to try again.
You're right.
This is what donations get you, people. And in this case, they chose a pretty difficult level to S-rank.
It is one of the harder ones. There's a lot of really involved parts to this one. I can understand why Ignominious would ask for it, because, yeah, this level is pretty tricky.
Somebody get him to S-rank the snowball mission. Not just because it's a snowball mission, but because he'll do it.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even have to say this yet, but I actually really like that level. I really do.
Now, with a donation of $5 or more, you can make it happen.
Okay, this is another shortcut. This is probably even faster than the one I did. So we'll take it. Yeah.
I've never considered that.
Yeah, the clouds kind of obscure it, but if you're paying attention...
No, that's really clever. I
Yeah.
like that.
I like to think they put the cloud there deliberately, but...
To, like, hide the fact that you can go there. But you
Yeah,
just
I mean,
barely
it kind of
see
comes off like that, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, well, I mean, isn't that where I'm supposed to go? And it's like, yeah, it is. You can just go now.
You just saved 24 seconds there.
That's
so,
great.
if you played exactly the same, you'd overkill it. So,
Great. Good sign.
Ignominious says, my original plan was to make you get all the red rings in the snowball level, but I decided not to be that cool.
You can do it. I will do it if you pay for direct relief. I will do
IKG
it.
is more than capable.
And I won't hold it
100%
against
of
you
this
either.
game.
You don't have to worry about that. I will not hold it against you. I can see the entertainment value in that. I can't guarantee I'd get it first try, but I'll definitely do it if I have to.
Also, something I'd like to say is I am very happy that the Sonic series, starting with Colors and technically Sonic 4, yes.
Oh, IKG. There was no need for that silly
Ooh.
mistake.
Starting around then, brought back Supersonic as an unlockable gameplay feature. But especially, because like in Sonic 4 it was basically just like invincibility, and in Colors it was kind of just there. It was neat, but in Generations I do like that Supersonic like is so strong in the boost levels, but it does kind of run out of its interest because of how absurdly broken it is.
It really is, yeah.
I like Supersonic in Lost World.
Well, Supersonic and Lost World is just really balanced, which is why I like it so
You know,
much.
it's so fun. It plays up the core mechanics of the game and is notably different enough to play, but strong in a way that's very tangible. But it lets you do more rather than playing for you like Generations.
Right.
And I do like the Generations Supersonic reward. It's just, I'm not going to play around with it that much.
Well, for that reason, I think it's my favorite Supersonic playable in any Sonic game, because Lost World Supersonic is, as you said, it's an extension of the core gameplay, but still feels unique enough that it's actually, like, doing something. It's not just a speed increase.
Yeah, I think I like the classic games, namely 3 and Mania,
That's
a
fair.
lot as well. I don't know if compared to Lost World, they're pretty similar in terms of that. But I don't think the 3D games have ever nailed Supersonic the way Lost World did. At least in terms of just playable in normal gameplay, because obviously there's like Supersonic final bosses and whatever. Lost World has a really fun Supersonic. Good question from my sister. There are some segments of this level in particular, and I think a couple of others, where there are flowers that launch you between each planetoid,
Yes.
and you need to get the 5 butterflies to get them. So if you remember the star chips from Galaxy, where you had to get the 5 of them to make a launch star, mechanically it's the same thing. It's just, you need to get the butterflies to open the flower.
Yep.
Yeah, and to what Walton was saying, I do really like the Doomsday Zone thing.
Ah!
The unlockable true ending. And as I've talked to IKG and others, probably more times than they wanted to hear, I so wish that's how Heroes worked. It would be so cool. Also, is Heroes the only 3D Sonic game with special... Well, no, there's Lost World 3DS. That's right. Well, Heroes special stages are better than Lost World 3DS's. That's something.
Generations 3DS also has special stages.
Well, yeah, but that's not a 3D game, technically.
Oh, wait, you're right. You're right, it's not. What are you thinking? I guess because
Yeah, no,
3D
that-
was in the title. It's kind of misleading. isn't
Yeah,
it?
no, I was thinking of it, but I was like, no, that's not a 3D game.
It's like Generations 3D, not a 3D game.
I do actually really like the Heroes special stages, except for how they control. Which is why I think the Generations 3DS ones are really cool.
They
The only
are.
things are a little easy.
I think the problem is they've actually controlled too well. Yeah.
I think I would just make the stages more difficult.
Nah, no, you're right. That's probably a much better idea than making a control pad. But yeah, they are a bit easy. They are.
But they are really fun. Like, the Heroes special stage gimmick is actually really well
There
thought
we
out.
go.
It's just, it controls like garbage in Heroes.
Saving 27 seconds. Alright.
Nice. Also, we brought it up, so I get, and it's very relevant. So you know what? Why don't we talk about it? Because it also won't be spoiling, I think, as much of your Lost World review to talk about this.
Okay, what's up?
Lost World 3DS.
I don't think I even mentioned it in the video once. Not like on purpose, but I actually don't think I even talk about it. I
Yeah.
don't think I do. I'll have to check.
Do you want to talk about it? As a big Lost World fan, what do you think of Lost World 3DS?
I don't like it.
You don't like it.
No.
But didn't YouTubers at the time say that was the better one?
I don't remember what they said, but I don't
I
like
think
it.
they did, but...
Well, I don't agree.
People aren't always smart, Haring.
No, I know that.
I do not like it. In my opinion, you take all the mechanics and ideas of this game, then botch them. But that sounds mean, so I'm not going to say that. Except I did, but, you know.
I'm only going to say that I would have said it explicitly. Yeah, Heroes is kind of like a mix of the Half-Pipe and Blue Spheres, but it's also... There's another special stage that kind of does that too, and that's Knuckles Chaotix.
Oh, yeah.
Heroes is actually
Here's the
really,
flower
really
bed. That's the one that it looks like. There you go. That's where you'll know where the balloons are. Perfect.
Yeah, the pink and blue.
Yeah.
I still need to play Lost World 3DS. I don't think I'm going to, be in love, I just do want to play it. Maybe it would give IKG some entertainment.
Yes, it would.
I actually think Generations 3DS deserves to be talked about now. Not because it's better than the console one, not at all. But because it's actually a rather fun and competent game that also has, what's it called? It also just has a lot more of Generations in it
Oh, no,
that
no, 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 no.
You talked about.
Doesn't it have a better
Oh.
time eater fight?
This isn't fair. Keep making really stupid mistakes now.
Yes, the Time Eater fight is better, but I wouldn't say it's, like, amazing. I think that was a very well-spent donation looking at this.
I think so too. I didn't even know it was gonna be this hard. I just think it's such dumb mistakes. Oh well.
How long do you think the game would take you just running through it from this point? Because you just finished the first, what, 3 worlds?
Yeah.
And there's 7 main worlds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I absolutely know why you'd have so much trouble with this. It's tight.
What's up?
Iguminius. I can see why you had so much trouble with this, absolutely. This is a tight S rank to get.
Oh yeah. Maybe the hardest in the game. I don't actually know if Frozen Factory Zone 2 would be harder. I actually think it might be this.
Hear that, people? Take notes. He said Frozen Factory Zone 2.
Guys, what's it? When Unleashed came out, didn't people prefer the Wii version to the HD one?
Yes, they did.
Don't know why, but
You know, those are both games versions of 3D Sonic games that are also 3D Sonic games on weaker hardware.
indeed.
That people preferred to their main console version that was rather controversial at the time. That's weird.
I have a
Also-
soft spot for Unleashed Wii.
I definitely like it more than Lost World 3DS. I'll say that.
I mean, I'm sure you do.
If Unleashed Wii was just its daytime stages, I would prefer it to Colors hands down.
Yeah,
That's fair. I can see that.
that is
But
fair.
as a package,
I
I,
also-
think Colors is definitely.
Hey, you know what? You know what? I also like the Gaia temples.
They were cool. Pretty nice hubs with some stuff to do.
They don't replace the hubs in the 7th gen version by any means, but I thought they were really cool. Yeah, I liked how they utilized the whole
You gotta be kidding
idea
me.
of I liked how they utilized the whole idea of being able to switch between Sonic and the Werehog. I thought it was a lot. Lot better conceptually than just what Eggman Land in 7th gen did, where this section Sonic, this section's Werehog. I just thought it was. Oh, and I love the atmosphere of the Gaia temples too, and the music's great.
Oh yeah.
Well, give me a moment. I'll be right back.
That the Gaia temple music that was in the HD version, right? Like,
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
I
Never.
thought it wasn't like a played during like a cutscene. or something.
Oh, okay, that's true. My bad. It does play in a
Alright.
cutscene.
Yeah, I was pretty sure it did.
You're right. I can picture which one. Yes.
I just love how they. I love how they just brought that back to the brought that back to the Wii game and actually had it play during gameplay. But yeah, no, stuff like the Werehog, stuff like the Werehog and like the cheap hub worlds and whatnot are really, really bad.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, there are aspects of the Werehog I prefer. No tight walk sections or anything like that. And I do notice some animations, like the swinging, are faster on Wii, but that's about it. Oh, and no Sun and Moon Medal hunting is also a plus. But yeah.
I'm really sorry about this, guys. I don't know, I just make dumb mistakes.
Iggy says the boost in Frontiers kind of reminds me of Unleashed Wii.
I can see that. It does seem to be kind of like very short bursts, you know? Yeah. I keep forgetting Sonic Frontiers is happening. I don't know why.
So do I.
Like, in my mind, it's like, oh yeah, Sonic Forces, and that's where it ends. Like, wait, what? Oh yeah, Sonic Frontiers.
You know what? The boost in Unleashed Wii, I don't mind the way it worked. I think it works well enough for the given stages, but I do kind of just prefer how the other games work.
Stream visual quality okay?
Yeah.
Good. Haven't asked in a while, so I thought I'd check.
Iggy says this is all my fault.
Well,
I mean,
don't feel sorry though.
No,
It's
no.
okay. I'm the one who should just not be making the dumb
No.
mistakes. I'm very happy that you
blame
donated,
yourself.
honestly.
You don't blame yourself. He talked himself up a little.
I did, that's true.
Kidding. Well,
Well, I did. I did.
I'm just messing.
It's alright. Maybe we'll get it this time.
Speaking of talking yourself up, the X4 race is tomorrow. Me and Alec.
Yep. Oh, Mr. Zeke, are you here? Yes, you are.
Iggy Minius says, "Don't blame yourself, blame the game." In quotation marks.
I have never had issue with Master Zeke's fight before today. I have no idea what's going on.
Dreamer's luck.
Well,
Oh,
when you get on
Moron.
stream, skill just disappears.
Yeah. Why does it always work that way? like literally. Say, oh
Felt a
yeah,
little
I'm
bit
so
that
good
way.
at Lost World, Master Zeke.
Felt a little bit that way against Creepy Crow yesterday.
Did you? Oh right, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Prosecutor Walton says, "It's being in front of an audience." Look, when I practiced X4, I cleared it in an hour and 14 minutes. I am probably not gonna clear it that quickly on Thursday.
I'm gonna hear the sound of my sleep. Alright.
Youngsters refer to a beating as
Being schooled?
In that case, is in session.
Alright, Sonic, just go. But not carelessly.
Iggy says, "Hi, this is IKG. I had a whole long script defending Sonic Lost World, but after what happened on stream, I realized I was wrong."
Oh, that's so funny, sorry. Oh.
My goodness, IKG, you are putting into work here today.
I'm actually sweating on my forehead right now. My hands are sweating. This is so funny. A stupid S rank that I could do in my sleep normally. I'm just like, you know what? It's better. It's more entertainment this way. Who cares?
This is why I got so anxious about earlier about getting screwed by Sigma.
Yeah, I get it now. No, Icky Manus's comment, Harain, you have to read it. It's so funny.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling a little bit. Never mind, this
You're gonna-
game sucks.
Are you gonna be able to finish the game?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
What?
Until
It's-
another donation comes like this again.
Well,
Refer to a beating as
I have until 5 p.m., right? Can somebody verify that for me?
Yeah, you do. It's
Hour and 20.
Oh god, we have been here way too long. Okay, Dude, I'd be on like Sky Road by now. We'll figure it out. I'm just gonna enjoy it because it's Sonic
One
Lost.
Sonic Lost World.
You know what, IKG? In case something like this happens again, you need to post a video where you're not in front of an audience where you S-rank this level, so you never have to show anyone else doing it yourself again.
Fair enough.
See, I can do it now. Excuse me while I never do it again.
Didn't I literally do it on the practice stream? In front of all of you?
I mean, probably, I don't remember.
Oh, Madonna.
You almost got it the first time.
Oh, no.
That's it. Review cancelled.
Cancelled a bad game.
IKG, what was it? What was causing so much issue? That Link outfit, man. It ruined everything. It totally threw off my game.
Slowing him down.
Slowing me down.
You got a backwards run.
Glorious to prepare for battle once more. I feel like I'm 100 years old again.
And
Do
to
you, Master
think-
Seek? I don't care.
To think, I had an idea of a joke stream where I'd play MGS2 on original Xbox.
Yeah, let me wipe my sweaty hands.
But if that's
Oh,
just gonna,
yikes.
but if that's just gonna be full of expert syndrome, then
L plus review canceled plus.
Don't
middling
tell me it's not
reviews
gonna
plus
hit.
run button plus Wii U
Don't
plus
tell me it's not gonna hit.
Sonic
Oh
Head
my!
Rock
Look at the
Transit
stream. Look at the
Energy
stream. Look at the stream.
plus ratio.
Ah,
that's rough.
Welcome to the Tropical Coast Zone 4 stream.
Wow, I am so good at this game, and now I'm dead.
I think we are very interested in seeing the conclusion of this character arc of IKG's, of going through Tropical Coast, Act 4.
What's the event after Lost World?
You,
WarioWare.
quite a bit of expert syndrome here. Reminds me of another gaming channel.
Oh man, we're already at the last game of the event.
That I'm not gonna say here.
Okay, IKG. I know you're still on Zone 4, but we need to play Majora's Mask.
I don't think you got the joke. That
Oh.
was a reference to
Yeah.
the event after you were asleep.
Oh,
Wario barged in,
did he?
and we told him that WarioWare was the last event, and so once WarioWare starts, that's the only thing we're playing.
Oh, I see.
Wario only agreed to not take over the stream and ruin it if WarioWare, given the condition that WarioWare is the rest of the stream.
By the way, when when these get uploaded to YouTube, you should totally have like a thumbnail of Wario in one of the dwarf outfits.
Well, I hope I didn't kill the donations completely because of my incompetence. That would be the ultimate
that's
sin.
okay.
Wow.
We have more.
Well.
We have a decent number of viewers, and people are engaged. And in terms of what Wario is doing now, waiting patiently for the WarioWare stream would be my best guess, but I don't know. Still trying to fix the plumbing over here.
Are there
Yeah.
any other nearby bathrooms
Yeah, he kind of tried flushing his shoes down the toilet.
The shoes, please. You just had to use the toilet.
Yeah, the toilet's dead.
It's I was referencing a video, like an Always Sunny video where Charlie was Luigi and Frank was Wario. It was the clip where Frank.
I know you're. Yeah.
It was where clip where Frank said he flushed down his shoes.
Oh, this is $5 well spent.
Well, at least Box would get that, but he's probably.
How bang for your buck.
I don't know if he's listening.
Thinking Mini's just eating his popcorn like, "Mwahaha, I did it. Alright, I can't afford to mess this up, so... Thank God.
You did!
Yeah.
You're welcome, I guess. Okay. Sorry.
I guess.
That was just embarrassing. But anyways, let's make it up to you with Frozen
Speed
Factory
up.
Zone 1.
Da, 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 da,
It's a great piece.
Da, 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 da. I think IKG's performance there deserves a donation.
Yes, please. That would help.
Man,
Direct
yeah.
relief.
I was about to say, we were on that level so long. Kind of forgot why we were here. Can you elaborate?
Ooh,
Yeah.
Good transition.
In support of Direct Relief, an organization dedicated to supporting people in times of crisis. People who are dealing with things actually more serious and trying to beat Tropical Coast Zone 4 on an S rank, if you can imagine.
If you can.
We're talking some serious, trials here. And Direct Relief is supported to helping people like that all across the globe. Right now, they're most directly involved with the Ukrainian crisis, helping people who have been dislocated or otherwise affected by the ongoing strife there. If this sounds like an organization you are willing to and capable of helping with a donation, then go to the link in our chat or our description and support however way you can. You will be not only helping us as streamers, but you'll be helping a lot of real people going through real troubling times. And also making IKG's time spent on Tropical Coast Zone 4 a little more worth it for him. I think it was time well spent.
It's funny.
And remind them the DLC level's on offer if we get a certain money.
Yeah, for $9 more than where we're at now, we will go to the Knights DLC level. And if we get all the way to $450, we will do a recital of the opening of The Legend of Zelda. It's still not called that. Link, The Faces of Evil. Its opening cutscene as a dramatic reading.
There you have it. Also, we should have mentioned this is a 3-heart run.
Technically.
Yep.
Direct Relief does not bring relief to people who are stuck on Tropical Coast Zone 4. Not because those people don't deserve help, but because there are people who actually need help more in the world.
Is this a
It's
meme
a bit
now?
of a...
Well, they're also kind of not on a planet. They're also kind of not on a place we like to call Earth.
Well... Yeah, they're at, they're at New Day Charity. Anyway.
It's a... That is a botched Spider-Man 1 reference that I wish people, actually, would catch on to more.
Whoa,
So-
overcompensate much? Man, how many military factories
Believe
does
it
a
or not,
guy need?
I really wish that we lived in a world where the biggest problems people had to deal with was how do we beat Tropical Coast Act 4?
Alright,
in
alright,
under 4
alright.
minutes and 20 seconds. But we are dealing with serious problems, like the crisis over in Ukraine.
Yes, yes.
People struggling from dislocation from natural disasters. And other forms of calamities that are going on everywhere. So, unfortunately, I don't think Direct Relief is putting their money towards that. But we can give them the money to make it so that future is a little closer to in hand, where maybe IKG will be on their list of people. Okay, I'm done.
My.
Just maybe. Just maybe they will give him.
But yeah,
the
don't worry,
money
we will
and-
have time, so if you'd like me
Maybe
to play
they'll
the
give him the
DLCs...
money. and the power to
Um,
S-rank all of Sonic Lost World on a
Don't
stream.
don't
for
worry,
sure.
we do have time. So if you would like for me to play the DLC stages, we are $9 away from unlocking the Knights DLC. And we have additional thresholds if we can get to them for Yoshi's Island, the Legend of Zelda Zone, and the Hidden World. So, let's see if we can get there. I will say, at $450, not only will we do the Zelda CDI reading, but you'll also unlock the Yoshi's Island DLC zone. So, 2 rewards for 1 price.
Why are you still here?
I'm just getting ready.
Feel free
And
to
I am
click the
thankful to you,
donation
Brent,
button
for coming
below.
up with that one too.
It is my time to take now.
That was a fun one.
What if I told you that you were the only one I trusted to be fast enough,
Oh.
smart enough,
Mhm.
and
Pretty enough.
to beat
To beat the blue nuisance.
Well, I'd say you got the right girl for the job.
Well,
Well, that was so easy, I almost feel guilty. Snowball time.
Yay!
Ba-dum-bum, bum-bum, ba-dum-bum, bum-bum,
So-
bum-bum, ba-dum, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Pearl stereotypes in 2013. It's more likely than you think. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
can't defend that, and I wouldn't want to, so, because it's bad. But what's not bad is this level. This level is really interesting. It is a total break from norm. It is essentially a lot of ideas mixed together. There's a bit of a billiards theme. There is sort of a spotlight theme throughout the entire level. There is a beautiful waltz being played in the background with a really satisfying beat track as well. And, on top of all of that, it basically is an obstacle course. So it's probably the most linear level in the game, arguably even more so than the grind rails, depending on how you look at it. And, yeah, it's very interesting. There's a bit of like a ping-ponging around, and there's a lot of hidden mechanics here as well, and yeah, it's a lot of really interesting stuff. I don't really get sick of this one.
I love the lighting in this level, by the way.
Oh, it's gorgeous. It's one of the most beautiful
The
levels in the
color
game.
is really cool.
Absolutely.
Aesthetically, though, my favorite zone is, I think, the next one.
Mostly because I don't have.
Ah, I
But
almost
you're never
got it.
gonna get close to me.
There we
little
go.
Boy.
That's closer than I've literally ever gotten, so. Oh, Lanky says this is one of his favorite levels in the game. You seem to
Oh.
have found a fellow appreciator.
Great. You have good taste, my friend. As you can see, I'm making up for my Zone 4
Stage is okay.
stuff.
I think I'd still definitely prefer both grind rails levels.
That's fair.
I just think that it's not like it's one of my favorites. I just think this level is overhated, mostly because it's not
yeah.
actually that different from the court gameplay.
Not really.
Definitely
No.
overhated. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you roll more, but ultimately you are a ball that you move around with the left stick around the space, and you can move faster by spin dashing in a direction. And it ultimately is still using Lost World's physics system, just you can't stop very easily.
Right.
So,
Get out of
other
here.
than that, it's like Sonic, minus, I guess, the parkour.
It really is just a slower Sonic. But even that's not that slow, because the terrain is small, it still has a sense of speed, you know?
Yeah.
This is
The
probably
thing
the
you
hardest
can't
part here.
Stop your momentum. That's what's difficult.
Oof! My bad. Yeah, that's true. You can't really stop it, and that's one of the bigger mechanics of this one.
I would like to say that I don't understand why Sonic puts himself in that snowball.
An avocado facial scrub after this horrible day.
Like,
Yeah.
every time you spawn, he does it manually. Why?
You got bored, wanted to change things up.
He wanted to flex on Xena by saying, look, I can beat you as a snowball.
That doesn't seem like something he would do in this game, actually.
How does he know where he's going?
Aw, you're adorable.
You didn't ask that with normal spin dashing.
It's got a point. It's got a point. Haven't made up for Zone 4 yet.
You have made donations, so there's nothing to make up for you.
Aw, thank you. Well, it can't be that one. Last one.
So we're on the record for just over $400 for the first 24 hours. I wonder which day is ultimately going to be the most productive of the three.
We shall see.
You guys think you can outdo day one? I believe you have it in you.
Gotta go.
Oh,
Like that.
holy smokes.
Zach donated $69.42. Didn't know you were on the bad Sonic portion. Anyway, Ron, if you lose to Alex,
What?
you write a positive review of X7. And then there was a last sentence.
Cool. Pun entirely
I resent the first statement.
I
I
we don't
resent-
have to agree.
I know. I'm just kidding.
You have to write a positive review. Oh, Ron, if you lose to Alec, I want you to write a positive review of X7 with no sarcasm. Good luck.
Never.
Well, he did donate almost $70.
That is true. I was not
By the way, thank you.
to do that.
Thank you for that donation. That's awesome.
And that also has unlocked a number of goals.
Yeah, it really has.
We have just unlocked all 3 of the DLC stages by my measure.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. That's because that's $45 worth. So that's all the DLC stages. And
And
I
we
think
have
you guys.
unlocked the Zelda CDI recital.
And where I am in the game, it's actually a perfect time if you guys want to do that.
Yeah,
You just
I
have
think
to-
I will start with the Zelda CDI recital since that's been the goal.
Perfect.
And
Alright.
I'm just gonna get the script up.
Thank you, Zach. Appreciate it.
Is it just you reading it, or is it like all of us?
I want to do this as a dramatic reading where it's like a description of it, like it's a storytelling thing. So
Okay.
I'll
So just you?
yeah.
All right.
I want to get a script. I should have had this up earlier, but I didn't think we would get it this soon.
I'm gonna join Mr. Bond in the casino while you're doing that.
Oh, somebody put the entire script on GBA tab. I don't know who you are, but Warlord 1903, thank you. This has made my life easier.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Your sister commented on the number Zach donated. He just said, beautiful number. Nice.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Ah!
Yep. Well,
Death by pinball.
Well. Alright.
I mean, it's pretty helpful.
So,
All jokes
I
aside,
am
that's a
going-
very big number, and I appreciate that.
are we ready?
Yes, you may
Because
begin.
I have the script in front of me for the first cutscene. Gotta get in the voice here. One bright morning in Hyrule, Link was sitting alone in the castle with nothing to do when he says, "Gee, it sure is boring around here." King, standing just out of the corner, raises his hand and says, "My boy, this piece is what all warriors strive for."
This is unbelievable.
Link
Keep going.
raises his concern. "I just wonder what Ganon is up to." Suddenly, through the open window, flies in the wizard, Ronama. Or Ronam. "Your Majesty, Ganon and his minions have seized the islands of Korodai." King, puzzled, begins to think. How can we help? The wizard responds, pulling a magic scroll from deep within his pockets. It is written, "Only Link can defeat Ganon." Link, excited to go on this new quest, goes, "Great, I'll grab my stuff."
Ronan warns, there is no time. Your sword is enough. Link leans over to the princess. Flirts. How about a kiss for luck? Zelda, a brash. You've got to be kidding. They climb aboard the magic carpet and soar off into the heavens. Guadala, we're off. They find themselves long over the lands of Korodai, staring down at monolithic structures in the shape of heads. Wow, what are all of those heads? Exclaims Link. Ronan explains these are the faces of evil. You must conquer each. Well, I guess I better get going, exclaims Link. Ronan pulls out the map and asks, here is the map. Where do you wish to go? And then, the game starts.
Great. Thank you, Ryan. Very good. And welcome to the Nightmare Zone. I do want to mention that it is kind of cool that there are 3 franchises being represented right now, technically. Not just 2. Depending on how you look at it. So.
This Zelda CDI opening almost having a shred of drama to it for a moment there.
The most serious version of Zelda CDI. Coming to Netflix this fall.
Taking itself entirely seriously with 0 script changes.
Hey, Colonel, it sure is boring around here.
This piece is what all true warriors strive for.
Snake, this piece is what all true warriors strive for.
I just wonder what Metal Gear or something.
I can't wait to break some necks.
What do you guys think of, so, Ron, you're a huge fan of Knights. What do you think of Nightmare Zone?
Oh.
I think so, too.
What's the name of that organization in Metal Gear something Fox?
Foxhound.
Foxhound. I just wonder what Foxhound's up to.
Snake, I wonder what's for dinner.
I'm so hungry, I could eat an Octorok.
I'm so hungry, I could eat decoy octopus.
That's perfect. I love that. Oh, that is perfect. What about, what's her name? Shoot. Laughing Octopus. That too.
Melee. How about a kiss for luck?
No, Snake. Actually, she would love that. Never mind. Wrong character. I think of Naomi for some reason. Naomi. Look at the pretty purple flying creature around Sonic Link.
Okay.
Look at all those rings. Okay.
How about a smaller goal for $500 since we are already about $15
Sure.
less than to get there.
Sure, let's take a look at the spreadsheet.
Link, my boy, this reminds me of when we first met.
Okay, so the next goal I am setting to $500. Half a grand. Thank you so much, by the way.
Oops, accidentally selected again.
And let's go and check what some potential ideas are. We could do one of the quotes because those are smaller ones.
Sure. What's one we haven't
I mean,
done?
actually, like on somewhat related, like me and you could do the Hotel Mario intro.
Can I do the music? That's my only request. Can I do
Yes.
the background? Okay, thank you.
We could stay on the CDI kick if people want to.
I think we're in the mood for it. We might not be in the mood for it later. Is the thing.
What does chat think?
Yeah, chat. Let us know.
Do you want to do Mario CDI opening? Hotel Mario?
Zach is saying he'd donate more if we do the Zelda CDI thing in the MGS, with the MGS voices again or something. Can we just do like Mario CDI? For that?
I don't think we're gonna do that right now, but that is a good idea to keep in mind.
Maybe
is-
Yeah, I have that something for later.
Yeah. Sure.
Oh, We'll look into that in the future if that's something you're interested in.
Did we update the stream to say Sonic Lost World? I forget.
I did. It was before you even started.
Yeah,
Oh, thank you. Okay, I'm not looking,
Yeah.
so I just...
it says Sonic Lost.
It's like, I knew I forgot something.
So yeah, looks like we're going with Hotel Mario opening.
Thoughts on the Yoshi's
Yeah, I-
Island? I mean, Yoshi's Story level?
For the most part, it's a cool nod to Yoshi's Story and the Yoshi Island series.
Uh,
Series.
I agree with that.
For
I
the
actually
most
think,
part.
weirdly enough, it's the harshest to 100%, because if you get hit once, you lose everything, and that's the only thing I don't really like about it. But I do think it's a pretty fun 2D level in its own right. And the piranha
I
plants
think-
look great in HD.
I would change something. You want to know what I would do?
What would you change, Rain?
I would make it so that you carry that they change the ring system for this level, right? And they
Okay.
make it so that instead you get a happiness meter that you fill from, I don't know, maybe those like red flowers they have from Yoshi's Story that normally make Yoshi happy, for example, right? And if you get hit, you lose some of that. And they could even have it so you drop those little happy hearts, just like Yoshi's Island, and you have to get them back if you want to keep your happiness up. Kind of like the rings from Sonic, but your score tied to this now, and there's only a fixed number of those hearts in the level.
You know what? I actually think that would be better, yeah, than the current system. Yeah.
They could even keep the coins, but make it so that there's hidden red coins around it, just like Yoshi's Island, and give you like a scoreboard at the end. They could translate the red coins into flickies.
Ah, I missed. No.
I know what you meant, Zach.
We do know what you meant. We're just, it seems that the next idea would be the Hotel Mario opening.
Let's make it official
when-
then.
Oh, you
Someone
meant
want to
the-
add it?
Wait, do you
Well,
mean
you
the
have
whole
to.
CDI? You
Oh,
mean
you're the
like
one
the
who
whole Zelda
Shoot, you're right,
CDI
okay. One sec.
rating Harangue just did, or? just
No, I
the-
think it would be Red and I just doing the Hotel Mario opening back
That's
to back.
a lot of Yoshis and a lot of
Which
lives.
is also a little simpler, but it's also a smaller goal. So,
There you go, everybody. That's every Yoshi in the level.
yeah.
Okay, I'll go ahead and add the donation goal. How's that? Hotel Mario Recital. That's our new goal.
There we go.
Okay, so there's one more DLC level for us to play then.
And if you ask me, it's probably the coolest one.
Says the Zelda fan.
Exactly.
Hey, this is perfectly on brand for Dawn of a New Day.
I mean, yeah, it's true.
How about we, for fun, let's try to point out as many of the references that it has.
Okay,
So, first of all, in the background, Twilight Princess's Hyrule Castle.
you
right?
got it. Good one. Yep. A lot of
Yeah.
people forget that actually. That's Twilight Princess. Yep.
Yeah,
We
no, I
have obviously like
recognize
Thunder
it.
Loft right there. The Stall Children. Here's one that I don't think a lot of people notice. The Stall Children don't spawn when you're on paths. Just like in Ocarina of Time on the roads.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That over there is Lake Hylia.
Yep.
With the same 2-island placement. They replaced the gravestone with the Gossip Stone, and they made the tree not dead anymore, but it's the same idea. And they even put Deku Scrubs here, which under that gravestone in the original game was actually a scrub cavern, so it actually makes sense to put them here.
And there's a very special Easter egg with the bomb wisp, which I will demonstrate for those.
You also might notice that a fairy comes out of the Gossip Stone, which is a reference to the fact that in Ocarina of Time, if you play songs near the Gossip Stones, then they will bring out a Sun Fairy. Also, Zach is making a point. I agree. The goal doesn't seem to have been updated. Did you not hit transition or something?
Oh, so sorry. That must have been it. There you go. My bad.
That explains it. Okay.
And do you want to talk about the bomb thing as well?
Yeah, so in Ocarina of Time, there's a number of things you can do with the mess with the Gossip Stones, but most famously, you can blow them up with bombs to make them blast into the air as a rocket, with the same exact countdown timer and sound effects. They have a Cuckoo Pen over here, just like the Cuckoo Pens from a number of games in the series, but especially Ocarina of Time, with given the design of the cuckoos. And of course, attacking them gets you to get mauled by the cuckoos.
Yeah.
There's a few puzzles around here, and a treasure chest ripped straight from the Ocarina of Time design, which is most of where this stuff comes from, in general. The rupees are rings.
That's alright, we'll just get more rupees.
The rupees, however, translate to flickies in this level. Fun enough. There's even some light puzzle solving in this level, where they do the whole, like, Zelda puzzle solve jingle when you do it.
Lanky, yeah, we got a review copy for.
Yeah, we got
okay.
Sonic Frontiers review copy.
It's for IKG and
The
Oh,
heart
cool.
Container, the heart container from Sonic. From Ocarina of Time.
Yep.
And trying to think.
Oh,
donation.
I heard a very different Zelda jingle for that.
Darth
one.
Pippin, $125.
Oh my gosh! Holy
Thank
smokes!
you so much.
Thank
Do
you
you
so
have
much.
stream labels running in the
I
background? 'Cause
do.
I don't think it
I will,
updated.
you are our top donor right now. Holy smokes! I will take care of that right now.
And Lord, thank you so much.
Wow.
I'm gonna double check to see if they had a comment because I didn't see one,
Oh my
and I don't want to
goodness.
miss that.
Peggy Mania says, now do you have to S rank the Zelda DLC
No.
level?
There is no comment, but thank you so much, Darth Pippin. That was very generous of you.
Wow.
Oh, wait, Darth Pippin?
Yes.
That's my sister.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
awesome.
Wow.
So it's
Interesting.
for top donator, it's all-time top
Donate for
Charity.
top donator, all-time top charity donator, and all-time top charity donations.
you got it.
And you need to have the program stream labels open, and yeah, it seems to be working. Cool.
Yep, just a sec.
Thanks, sis.
It did update, so
Perfect. Wow. Thank you so much.
Braincliff says the red girl.
The red girl. There you go. Perfect.
The
Ah.
redhead.
So I guess we've just crushed the Hotel Mario opening one. Do we want to just see if we can do this one from memory?
I think so. Would it be Red and Harain, you guys doing the voice acting?
Who's Mario? Who's Luigi?
Mm-hmm.
Or actually, Luigi only has one line.
2 lines.
Yeah, 2 lines. Mhm.
Oh right, he has the opening line. Duh. You know what? I just did the last one, so Red can be Mario.
Cool.
Okay. I think
so
I got this.
All right, so
I open it.
I'll just
wait. Should I?
I'll just
should I
open with the
do-
music.
Should I do a normal Mario voice or try to replicate the Hotel Mario voice?
Replicate the
Do
Mario
whatever-
voice if you can. If you
Hotel
can.
Mario voice would be probably the more fun one.
Okay.
All
Or
right,
Vinny Vine's voice.
I won't do the music the whole time, but I'll just start it when you guys are ready. So you let me know.
Okay.
I am ready whenever.
Okay.
Yep.
Bum 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 bum.
Nice, and a
bum,
princess
bum,
to
bum,
invite us
bum,
over
ba,
a pit.
da, da,
Oh,
da, da,
wait.
da,
That was supposed to be me.
Wait, I thought.
No,
Take 2.
you.
Oh,
The 2 lines are one
I
spaghetti,
confused
and you gotta
myself.
help us.
Yeah,
You
no, I
gotta
forgot.
help us.
I forgot.
Okay.
I'm an idiot.
Are we
Just
ready?
Go and yeah.
Okay.
Take two. Take two.
Nice of the princess to invite us over for a picnic, okay, Luigi?
I hope she made lots of spaghetti.
Luigi, look! It's from Bowser. Dear pesky plumbers, the princess, the Koopalings and I have taken over the Mushroom Kingdom. The princess is now a permanent guest at one of my 7 Koopa hotels. I dare you to find her if you can. We gotta save the princess.
You gotta help us.
If you need instructions on how to get through the hotels, check out the enclosed instruction book.
That was fantastic. Good job.
Okay,
Fluff a bit, but yeah.
That's okay. You did
We
good. guys.
crushed our goal by over $100.
That's crazy. Your sister was
And
so
I feel
generous.
like we should do something about that, though.
My sister DM'd me a gif of a character from Bob's Burgers laughing maniacally with fire in the background.
That's our brains right now.
Thank you,
Oh,
sis.
jeez. Okay. What do you think would be an appropriate way of handling this? Because that was, I feel like just leaving it at one thing there is almost inefficient.
Well, we could do a second idea that we had written down for free, quote unquote. We could also come up with something on the fly that would be
We
appropriate.
could also we could extend that just for a while until just for fun. We could do the improv. Red, Mario and Luigi, we could keep the roles.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Do some
I'm
Mario
eating
and
some
Luigi
mac and
improv.
cheese right now, so
I'll give you a moment, but we're still gonna do it.
Fair enough.
yeah.
And that was the Legend of Zelda Zone.
We should try to set another goal now, though. I guess 650?
Sure. 650 it is.
Can't believe I'm saying that.
I know, I can't, it doesn't even sound
Um,
real. You mean 60 and 50 cents?
I mean, heck, we've doubled the initial goal for the whole thing. So
Yeah, we did.
Wow.
Oh, that's where the Ocarina of Time was or the Triforce was in Ocarina of Time. You're right.
The whole time.
Also, the Triforce assembling was a reference to Link to the Past. I forgot the references because I was so flabbergasted.
No, it's quite alright.
Now I have to reapply a whole new.
Oh my goodness.
Gosh,
Oh,
Are you serious? I'm so sorry.
Oh, well, in that case.
Oh, no, what I meant to say
Actually,
is,
I think
I'm so
this also
sorry
means you have to do
nothing
the
more important to do in life.
the bonus world now.
You're gonna
Yes, I do.
That is just a thing now.
Mm-hmm. Which means we might have to postpone WarioWare, but I think it's worth
That's
it.
okay. Just don't tell Wario.
Okay, I won't tell Wario. I think we're all having a good time. It's alright if Lost World runs a little long.
After that donation, yes.
Mostly because of the donations. I wouldn't drag it
People
out personally.
donating, it's okay. That's
Yeah.
what this is about.
Yeah.
It's, no matter what Wario says, it's about the donations for charity more than it is about playing WarioWare.
Eventually he'll understand, so it's okay. He'll come around.
No, you won't.
Oh.
We just don't have to tell him.
Oh, okay. Alright, it's a secret.
what he doesn't hurt, what he doesn't know doesn't hurt our noses.
He's the one with the pink nose.
Look at him figure skating. What a champ. Go Sonic.
I'm so sorry. You have nothing more important to do in life. Meanwhile, here I am playing Sonic Lost World.
Whoa! Fighting words. It's for charity, hooray. How could
Although,
you say
I
this?
have been given another character improv idea of Sonic and Eggman.
Ooh. That's a good one.
Actually, yeah, Harain, when you bring out Wario, can you just, keep him away from the donations?
It was a little too late for that last night. He came into my room, kicked me out, blew up my house, and
Wait,
broke
where are
my
you now,
chair.
then? Not in your house.
Well,
No, he blew up the house, not like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, just, and
Wario already
Yeah, no.
knows the money's going to someone else.
Harain's been withholding all from you this whole time, but the money's actually with Wario. He can't get it back.
No. Wario doesn't have the money.
Oh, another donation.
I can't read it. I'm gonna go look at the website. Sorry, just give me a moment. I'm going to read it in a moment.
Alright, take your time.
It's a donation from Neo, $10. Tell Wario to stop being so lazy and give us another land game. Here's to the good cause. Thanks, Neo.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Really
I
appreciate
think
it.
Wario was a little too engaged in Deep Rock Galactic last night. Which, ironically, has a lot more in common with WarioWare than I would have ever thought about until now. Or Wario Land, not WarioWare.
Okay, I'm really happy with my playing now of this level. I hope I made up for Zone 4, Iggy Minius, I'm sorry.
Well, again, 1, you did it. 2, you gave good advice. And 3, we got the donations rolling in. So, hey,
Guess you're right.
everything's great.
Woo! Everything's great.
Nothing feels as good as making money for a good cause.
I agree. I get to play excellent games, all on top of that amazing stuff. I love Sonic Lost World.
So you've probably heard us talk a lot about the ideas of maybe what we could do next year. I'm gonna be very upfront with you, chat. Just mano a mano, you know.
Mano a mano.
We've never actually decided anything about doing this again. We've
Not
toyed
officially,
with
no.
thought, but we have never committed to that. We would like to, but it was a lot of work doing this once, and it's going to be a lot of work doing it again. So, you know, we need to think about that. But I will tell you right now, and this is a personal promise, not a donation goal, not something to do, and there's a good chance that even if we don't do this, I'll probably still do this again next year. But if we make it to 1,000, I promise you, this is happening again.
Oh?
I'm not letting this not happen again if we do that well.
I think that's very reasonable. Very reasonable to say. I mean, with that
If we
level
don't
of
make it-
success, I mean, it just makes the prospects of putting more work into it all the better, because then we're committing even more benefits for the charity. I can't deny that. I think that,
I wasn't
that makes
dreaming
sense.
about getting to 1K before getting into this, but we're more than halfway now. So, if you guys get us there, I promise you it will happen. I will find a way. Even if I am in the basement of a house doing it by myself for 24 hours, I will do it. I don't care. Ideally, though, the plan is to, if we do this again, make it a lot more formal, upscaled, and more reasonable for all of us to manage. So,
Well,
yeah,
I can
you
say
know,
this.
technical issues.
I can never make a promise just yet on whether or not I'll be available, but if I can, I'd absolutely love to do this again with you. Absolutely.
It's gonna be like 3 days again.
I don't know how long it'll be then.
Who knows?
I would be willing to go longer, but I feel like if we're going longer, we have to make this a little different in structure.
Yeah.
In hindsight,
Zach
Also,
has-
we would expand the team.
I don't know if you noticed, but Zach has been saying it's interesting how bad Sonic games are bringing in a lot of money.
Oh well, he's wrong.
We're not having the bad Sonic games bring in money until I'm playing Shadow. What are you talking about?
Yeah, besides, Zach, you
I
like
have a
this
feeling that's
game.
going to bring in money as well. Also, yeah, doesn't Zach love Lost World?
Pretty sure he does.
Yeah. He's just
Also,
joking.
Oh.
to answer
Oh.
Neo Lanky, we selected the games being played on the basis of who was playing the games. By that point, we just fit in the games into the schedule in the way that made most sense. There are some games that ended up having to be cut because they didn't fit in the timeline, but ultimately, we knew who was playing before we knew what we were playing, and we just let the people pick the things that they wanted that would make sense to do.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, we kind of just picked what was tailored to each other's tastes. So, like, you know, and we do have, a lot of us do like very similar games, but we still also cover a wide breadth at the same time. So, for example, like for me choosing Lost World, I knew I wanted to play a 3D Sonic game, and I thought that this was a good length. I thought that my skill was, haha, Tropical Coast Zone 4 aside, I thought my skill was up to snuff, that I could do it well, you know, and I really enjoy it and want to speak passionately about it. So that's, like, for me, what made Lost World a good
This
candidate.
sounds pretty.
I know.
This is my favorite world in the game. And
It's
aesthetic.
very pretty, it is.
I'll quickly be right back, and then I'll be ready for the
Sure.
Okay, great.
Hey, like he says. So you're telling
yeah.
me Red picked DKC2 over DK64?
Yeah, DKC2 made more sense. DK64 was less workable for the time slots we needed than something.
Yeah, so it was kind of like a mix of, like, what games we really like, but also what fits, you know, what works. Like, you could say, like on a personal level, I would probably enjoy playing Sonic Unleashed even more than Lost World, but it's just too long, and I don't have a proper setup for that game. So, there's kind of stuff like that to factor in.
The realism of being able to play these games is definitely
Iggy
added on.
Mania says, you thought your skill was up to snuff, but you were proven wrong.
I sure was. By you.
You know what, though? But you did it. You
did.
did beat it.
I mean, the 3 heart run makes it a bit challenging, but I was just making some
didn't
silly
we get
mistakes.
that other donation? We haven't been paying enough attention to the fact that after that, how many donations did we get? We got, I think, 2 more donations that are over $5, right?
Yes, that is true.
So you still have 2 more S ranks to do.
Oh yeah.
I would like it if
Million.
we could contact them if possible to see what levels they would like me to do.
Just, how about you just do them as you're going? Unless
Okay.
Red, I mean, one of them is Red's sister, one of them is Zach, I guess. Then,
I mean, we technically could contact them. Yeah.
or wait, no, was it just them? I'm gonna look at the history here.
Okay, yeah, let's get this right. Don't worry.
I don't want to shirk people of their donations.
Of course, of course.
There's so much going on here. I'm wrapping my head around it. Okay, so we had
Oh, the
Iguminius
zone is
do
pretty
the-
here, right?
You have 3
Okay.
from Zach, Darth Pippin, and Neo. Theoretically, they could all tell us.
Yeah, if you're in the chat, you 3, please let me know what level you'd like me to S rank. It can also be, if you know the game, it can also be a level I haven't played yet. I'll just have to only, do it when I get there. It can
The
be
DLC
anything
levels
except
don't
for...
have ranks, right?
Yeah, it cannot be the DLC levels, unfortunately, because I cannot S rank them. And it can't be Tropical Coast Zone 4, because I already did it. And because I don't want to, but mostly because I already did it. But yeah, any other level is eligible.
Also,
Alright, I'm back.
Cool.
Yeah.
Max said, Iguminius, I don't know if he caught it, but Zach said if I lose Max 4, I have to, make a positive review of X7 with no sarcasm. So there is... And Zach did donate, so guess I have to, if that happens.
I think
Zach also said if we were...
Let's make sure he's
would you guys be interested in me doing a Resident Evil speedrun if this happens again?
You can't really plan
Resident
that far in
Evil,
advance right now, but...
Resident Evil is actually something we were considering in general. It's kind of on the line of the subject matter we were considering. But we also have Cold Fear in here, which is pretty similar, so it's probably fine, subject matter-wise. In terms of planning the next event, I can't do anything like that yet.
So, during this level, before you guys do your Hotel Mario thing, could you guys see if you can figure out what levels they'd like me to do, those 3 donators?
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
was actually about to ask, Red, do you think your sister has any preference for a Sonic Lost World level that he would do an S rank on?
I don't think she knows this game exists.
So, yeah, I think we could save some time, and maybe it'd be more fun if Red said it, since it is his sister.
Okay.
Uh,
Alright, Red.
the minecart level.
Which one?
The harder one? Or
The
the
easier
hardest
one or the harder one? I guess we'll just put it.
The harder one.
Alright, Lava Mountain Zone 2.
Oh, Zach just said he doesn't really have an answer, and well, I'm his brother, so I'll also go
The
with
sibling
Lava
stepping in
Mountain Zone.
today. Yeah, go for it. What's up?
I'll also go with Lava Mountains. Good luck.
Okay, this double
Are
pressure.
is that for red rings, or is that because we already are doing S rank?
S rank.
Cool. Double pressure.
Well, Zach, you didn't have an answer. And this is for like
My favorite was...
Oh, okay, Zach, do you have an answer? It is your donation. And you said you didn't have one, but if you have one, then say it.
While he's thinking, may I say something to the chat?
Sure.
And our viewers? I know the magenta Rhythm Wisp isn't really useful. I know it doesn't really do anything except hide Sonic from the flashlight. You know what, though? I just really like it.
Okay.
I just need to say
Dances
that.
in this little capsule.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Also, Zach said Ronchus.
Yeah, Lava Mountain Zone 2, my favorite zone in the game.
Alright.
Isn't that the one? And remind me, but that's the one Red picked, right?
Yeah, it is, actually. Interestingly
So what's happening here? Are we getting both S ranks and red rings? Or
Yes,
you
S
tell
rank
me.
would. I mean, honestly, just the S
Whatever you
rank
want.
twice for me.
well,
personally.
yes, but Red already also put that ring. That's my point. So are we doing both then? Because that's the only logical way we would be doing that level twice. You know what I mean?
I mean, sure, I guess.
Okay. Wow,
Cool.
viewers are getting the premium Lost World experience today.
So 2 of the 3 are for 100% of the hardest minecart level in the game.
Right.
Got it. And then
Mr.
we have the one
DM
more
me
from Mike.
saying, don't make me sound lame. I mean, you aren't wrong, but don't make me sound lame. I make no promises.
Well, Neo, if you have a preference, you can voice it. We have a little time.
Ah! Got caught. Ah.
And once again, my thoughts are so scatterbrained that I'm still not keeping up with everything we need to do.
Well, IKG, let's see it. Let's see if you really are like if you really are at least a master of Lava Mountain Zone.
Hey.
This is a distinct level, honestly.
Yeah. I like this. I like this level.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites in the game.
I think that it does do the good thing for stealth levels in 2D platformers where there are ways to actually play it really fast if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, you have to take risks, but it's absolutely feasible. And encouraged, in fact, with the S rank.
Like Magna Centipede.
You have to do skips if you want the S rank, which I think is only fair that it works like that. Okay. So if Neo would like to make a request, then I'll absolutely take that. Just so he knows, if he's here.
We also didn't set the next stream goal.
After Hotel Mario?
Oh yeah, because
how about something simple like They Played Us Like a Damn Fiddle from MGS5?
Sure, we'll do that.
Okay.
You just put that in there because we got a lot of complicated things going on right now.
Yeah. In a good way.
Oh no, I'm so thankful. I'm just trying to keep up with it to make sure everybody gets what they wanted.
I got exactly 100 rings.
Ugh. You know, for all the times people joke about this game being Sonic Lost Cause, it's really doing something for a good cause.
Heck yeah. Woo! Any response from Neo yet?
Not in the chat.
Okay.
I don't know if he's typing anywhere else.
Alright. No worries.
Um,
Donation is still very much appreciated.
Yeah, no, we have time, and we'll still do one if he doesn't give an answer. We just, you know, IKG could just do another one.
Sure.
Somebody messed up royally because we don't have.
Everybody
yeah,
say it
make
with
sure
me. We know.
Oh, yeah. We know.
We know.
Okay.
Thanks, Squidward.
Make sure you update the goal.
Yes, sir. Figure skating Sonic must take a break.
Am I missing anything before we go right into the Mario and Luigi improv? Because I'm trying to remember. We hit the goals. We talked about the S ranks. We already did the Hotel Mario stuff a bit ago. What is your favorite world in Lost World?
That's a good question.
Ooh. Okay, so the Ice World is genuinely rather good in general, but that's a little controversial with the snowball level. I like the Forest World a lot. The 3D levels are really cool.
But so are the 2D levels, honestly.
So are the 2D levels. Like, so I feel like World 5 might just be my favorite. But I'm not sure.
I actually like Tropical Coast.
Tropical Coast is fun.
I also like the Sky zone.
The 2D levels are nice and challenging there, but I don't think it's my favorite one.
Sky Road's 2D levels I think could have used just a little more meat on the bones, but Sky Road Zone 1 is one of my favorite levels in the game. I think overall, for me, it's got to be the middle of the game, right? I feel like it's either got to be Tropical Coast, Frozen Factory, or Silent Forest. One of those three is my favorite. I'm just not sure which.
I think it's Silent Forest.
You think it's Silent Forest?
Any S rank you desire, said Neil Leckie. Okay.
Oh, okay.
No, that's totally fine, Nia. Just wanted to make sure you're getting your money's worth.
Thank you, Nia. Thank you for the response. In that case, I'll do... let me think. Something
Which
for
S rank
me.
do you prefer?
What
When you
would
want
be-
to show off your skills?
Let me think. Huh. I'll think about this for a bit.
Okay. Oh, jeez.
Ah!
So, if there's nothing else, because I genuinely don't even know if there's anything else, Red and I should probably get on the Mario and Luigi Improv for a uncertain amount of time.
I think you're now good to do so.
Yeah.
Can I still be Mario, or?
Yeah, you can be Mario. What should we improv about, though? Just reacting to what's going on, like the game?
Yeah,
Yep.
I think so. Yeah.
Just about, like as if Mario and Luigi are, like, watching this.
I'll
and,
try
like,
and be a little more
Yeah, yeah.
quiet, and you guys can just go ahead and rip. Sure. Yeah,
Sure.
go for it. I'll give you something flashy to look at to start.
I'll give Red the start here. Oh, and we got a donation. Dak donated $29.58.
Holy smokes.
I guess before we do that, we'll read Zach's donation.
Yeah.
I promise you, we're going to do the improv. Zach donated $29.58 and says, "I like how more money than an average DSP stream is coming in. Speaking of him, someone sing Snake Eater like him or in any funny way."
That's an interesting request.
I mean, we can't drop the F bomb.
We can't.
Oh.
Well, you can get creative. And we did just meet the goal for the Kaz quote.
Oh, who wants to do the Kaz quote? Ron, do you want to do it, maybe? Ron? It's, they played us like a damn fiddle.
I know the quote.
Okay.
I was just seeing if I was needed.
Ah, should have read the donation as Mario. Ah, that would have been fun.
You want me to do the Kaz quote?
I think you
Like
should do the quote for the donators.
Just the they played us like a damn fiddle part.
That's it. Yep.
They played us like a damn fiddle.
Oh, come on. You gotta do it with more gusto. Let me try
You
one
can
more
do the
time.
line leading up to it if you want to get the emotion going.
Here, I'll rewatch the clip.
Okay.
briefly.
Yeah, sure.
Ah!
Nothing makes me happy.
This is my favorite 2D level in Sonic Lost World.
Okay.
So I think it's got a lot of good mechanics, good level design, uses the gravity well, cool atmosphere as well. Great.
And maybe we could make the next donation goal what Zach just suggested because of his donation that just put us over, again, to $650.
Wow. Sure. I'll update that in just a sec.
So, singing Snake Eater.
Yep. Woo! Speedrun!
And
I heard
can't explain this.
explosions then. They
What, that
played
would be
us
the
like a
750
damn
goal?
fiddle.
I wish Harain didn't talk over that, but that was good. That was very good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Very good, Ron. That was worth the wait.
They played us like a damn fiddle.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It turned out the inspection was nothing more than a smoke screen.
They played us like I I can't do. I could have.
Nope.
They played us like a damn fiddle!
We just did
They
it.
played us like a damn
What-
fiddle.
so what's next? What's next?
Mario, you play
somebody-
the violin?
No, the fiddle.
Mario, the fiddle is another name for the violin.
Then why is it called a fiddle?
I'm not
It's
getting
a
into that.
colloquial name, Mario. Do you
I'm not even gonna
understand
touch
what
that one.
colloquialisms are?
Ron, what was your question?
So, do I have to sing the Snake Eater theme next?
No, that's the next goal. It's at $700.
Speaking of which, since we hit
need
the
to update the text to reflect that.
yes, we hit the
Wait, Luigi, where even are we?
We seem to be at some kind of charity live stream that is woefully out of date of explaining what it is.
You're at
Charity?
you're in the sky.
What's it all
You're in the
about?
sky.
It seems to be called Dawn of a New Day, and it says in the corner that 100% of the earnings go to direct relief.
What's direct relief?
Hold on, let me look it up. Oh, wow, that's pretty cool. Direct Relief is an organization that goes and raises money and awareness and supplies and what sorts you have for people in crisis across the globe.
Oh, you mean like Peach when she gets kidnapped?
No, she has the money to deal with that, Mario. We're talking about people like in Ukraine who are getting stuck in a war-torn country. You know, people who really need that help and aren't literally royalty, Mario.
Well, I could use some help saving her all the time.
Well, then maybe you could consider donating to Dawn of a New Day's link in the description to support direct relief. Yes. And, you know,
I don't
maybe
know,
we'll
I
see
feel
some
like-
positive point in the world.
Yeah, I don't know, I feel like I need some more incentive to want to donate. Is there anything we'll get out of it?
Well, if it seems to say that if we reach $700, which is 50 from here, someone is going to be singing Snake Eater.
Why would you eat a snake?
I don't know. They don't really have a lot of meat on them. They're like a spine with skin on it. Kinda gross.
this is amazing. I'm just gonna let you guys go.
What is that game they're playing?
It's some kind of Sonic game?
Oh,
It's a
wait
new
a minute.
It's a new Super Mario Bros. game.
Mario, remember like a decade ago when you made a deal with Sega that they had to make their games, Sonic games, for Nintendo?
Oh, right.
Yeah, this was the Wii U one.
Oh, right, that one.
What do you mean that one?
Well, I mean, it didn't really... I mean, I guess it was fine.
Mario, it's like a love letter to all of your like 3D adventures of the era.
Yeah, come on, Mario.
It's got so much Mario Galaxy, 3D World, like all of that in there. I would have thought you'd love it. It even has the new Super Mario Bros. Theming you won't shut up about.
Hey, remember how Nia said I get to choose the S rank? I made my decision, Mario and Luigi. I'm gonna do Zone 1 of Silent Forest for them.
See, it's like the Comets, Mario, where you have to beat it under the time limit.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess when you put it that way.
You know, this game looks really nice. Or at least this level does.
Who's that really sexy streamer playing this game?
I have an opinion, but I don't know if Mario wants to hear it.
Oh, what?
I shouldn't have said anything.
Elaborate, Luigi.
Okay, but you're going to get upset. Don't say I didn't warn you. I think this level is more aesthetically pleasing than almost everything in 3D World.
Ooh.
How could you say that?
I mean, 3D World's a nice looking game, and most of the time I'd say it looks better than this, but not this level. This level's good. Like, 3D World has nice effects, the lane's cool and all, but honestly, the levels are mostly just floating blocks. This one has really interesting, like, level geometry,
I mean-
environments.
Floating blocks, floating tubes, what's the difference?
No, it's not the floating tubes, it's the web of the woods and the way it all intersects in this
It's like
weird,
everything looks like a
abstract
watermelon.
canopy.
Yeah.
It's like you know, like the canopy of a forest and how it's always above you, but in this case it's always around you, and yet you're still in the gaps between it. It's really trippy.
It is
I
very
don't see
tricky.
any appeal.
Oh, by the way, Zach, I didn't see it, but I think they all, at least IKG, saw the Bayonetta trailer.
I did. I'm so excited.
Oh,
Looks incredible.
Oh, they showed off the Bayonetta game.
S rank.
What do you think of Bayonetta, Mario?
Oh, right, I forgot that we had that.
Zach is,
Mario, you're
Zach's also
you're
saying
the one
that,
paying for these games, and you forgot?
Zach's also saying that if you donate, you get an NFT or something.
That's a lie. Don't listen to whoever said that.
Not true. Not true.
That was Waluigi who said that.
Waluigi, I thought he was in the hospital.
Well, listen to Toadsworth. I like the Eagle Wisp.
He said,
Like any hospital that's ever been able to contain Waluigi.
Wait, get out of here before Mario tells you you have to leave again.
Wait, Dodsworth, what are you doing here? Get back in your closet.
Mario doesn't like the elderly.
DKC jump.
You know, Mario.
okay,
Seems
well,
to have-
Waluigi's now telling me he heard it from Peach.
You
Probably trying to cover his butt.
Don't listen to anything Waluigi says.
I actually agree with Mario. You know, this game seems to have more interesting movement and fun gameplay than just Galaxy.
This guy gets it.
It's way too complicated. Some of these wall running and parkour, all you need is a jump and a speed.
You introduced wall jumping in Mario 64 to 3D platformers.
Yeah, it was too complicated. I had to make it simpler.
But you just... What? It's still in Galaxy.
It's a lot simpler in Galaxy.
It's an
Not
odyssey.
really. Like, yeah, you have a wall slide, but that doesn't make it simpler. That just makes it easier. And on top of that, now the way it interacts with the gravity and the way it bends around planets, that's not less complicated. Mario, what are you talking about?
This is such a great level.
Neo Lanky says, Mario, when are we getting a new Donkey Kong game? What have you done to him? I've been asking for a long time. Well, Mario, what is the answer? The charity demands.
Well, you see, these 2D games, people are getting too much praise, so...
Oh, I know where this is going. Tropical Phase is better than literally all of the 2D Mario games, and he doesn't like that.
No. The new Super Mario Brothers U outsold it, so clearly it's better.
Which one did you promote, and which one did you delay out of the holiday season into February? And then failed to promote? And then treated as a discount title?
Oh, everything he said is true.
Also, it was on a dead system after its peak. At least New Super Mario Bros. Was a launch title, and the Wii U's launch wasn't bad.
Well, I mean, if it can't do well under those conditions, is it really worth it?
Fine, no more New Super Mario Bros. Also, when is Advance Wars coming, Mario? I think that they're a little concerned about the implications of releasing your Advance Wars.
I wanted to release it, but Luigi said it'd be too insensitive.
Look, it's not exactly the best idea to talk too much about that in this setting, but it's a little too topical. Yeah.
I'm confused. Why is Sonic dressed as Link?
We did that DLC. Wait, there
I
was
thought
the
that
other
was only
crossover?
for that one level.
Don't worry about it.
Wait. This is being played on a Wii U, right?
Yeah. Also, Mario, why don't you read the chat? If you would.
Shut up! What kind of question is that?
I didn't mean anything.
Shit.
I just thought it might be better to work for you,
Yeah.
Eggman.
Hello, I'm sitting right
It's
here.
our Breath of the Wild 2 info.
No matter what
The-
happens, I won't
later.
fail again. I will save Tails.
Now is not the time.
It's stuff like that that makes me want to be your sidekick.
Mario, what's in the chat?
Seriously, I'm
Leo
right
doesn't
here.
want
I
to
can
tell
still
all
hear
of you, but Breath of the Wild 2 is it's not coming out because he accidentally thought the disk drive to the computers that they were working on it with were the pizza oven.
Hello.
Wait, no, that never happened.
Been looking for
He
you.
wiped their work.
Unfortunately, we found your
No,
friend
they're just,
Tails.
working very hard. They needed to delay.
Wouldn't everything
Yeah,
be
they're
saved to the
working
cloud?
overtime to get back to where they were.
We're actually making him better. He'll be much
Look,
happier.
it takes a lot of work to make a game like that.
Yeah, now it takes more.
But in all seriousness, is there anything in the chat to read?
We've been reading the chat though.
Oh, okay.
Mario, why didn't you counter Microsoft's offer to buy Rare? Mario didn't think they were worth the money.
I mean, they they weren't.
What are you talking about? Half of our games in the previous generation were made by them. And they
Yeah,
sold well. And they reviewed well.
Yeah, none of them stacked up to my games.
They literally liked almost all of them better than the contemporaries Mario had. People like Diddy Kong Racing more than Mario Kart. They like Banjo more than Mario 64.
What does Banjo have over Mario 64?
Level design.
Controls.
But you move a lot slower. You don't have all the movement options.
You know what? When you fix the movement options in 64, then we'll talk.
They work just fine.
Yeah, just like turning. Hey Mario, can we get another Layton game out of level 5? Unfortunately,
I'm
that's one of
listening.
the things that I can't blame Mario for.
Oh, it'd be easier to blame Mario.
I would love to blame Mario, but we actually don't have anything to do with him.
Don't even know what a Layton is.
I was literally about to say I don't think Mario knows what Layton is.
He was on the stream earlier.
Do
Remember we
you
heard from
care at all about the companies that make games for our systems and the products that are put on there? Layton is a long-running, originally exclusive series for Nintendo.
It's not anymore, so why should I care?
See, always released on Nintendo primarily. It's associated with our brand, even if we don't, like, own it. It's a lot like Mega Man or Ace Attorney back in the day. It's all associated with our name that Nintendo fans think of them when they think of Nintendo.
The only time Layton has released on a non-Nintendo platform has been mobile.
We release games on mobile, Mario. They follow the same standards we do. What's your point?
Oops, I didn't mean to activate that. Sorry. I always place them in the worst spots. I'll go backwards a bit.
That does seem pretty dumb. It's
Oh,
even
well.
worse than when Mario put those golden Tanuki suits in the games.
Ah, yes.
What? It's to help out new players.
What
You
if I'm
want
not
to
new?
help out new players. There's far better ways of doing it than telling them they're so bad that we're going to make it automatic for you.
Yeah.
That's just kind of demeaning, Mario.
Alright, I think we got our fill, Mario and Luigi. I think I'm gonna need Harinen right back. It was very
Right
fun
back.
having you guys.
Mario wants to... hey, Mario, where's the Switch Pro? Oh, we can't answer that. We gotta go.
Yeah,
Convenient
yeah,
timing!
Yeah, let's get out of here, Luigi.
They're on to us.
Quick, before the answer slips out.
Is that Mario and Luigi running out the door, mumbling
Boom.
about the Switch Pro?
think I just blanked out for a little bit. What's happened?
Just like how
Oh,
Zavlok's
he's on
shaking his head.
Skyrim.
Yeah. I've actually been playing pretty well, aside from a couple hiccups. Things are going well. I was wondering if we wanted to catch everybody up on the chat situation regarding donations, and maybe reminding us what Dawn of a New Day is.
Yeah, sure. But before we do that, I'd like to discuss that according to schedule, Lost World ends in 6 minutes.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
given the donations, we literally can't stop. We still have some goals we need to fill that we promised,
Yes.
including the post game.
Mm-hmm.
So, Lost World is going to continue. People's donations take precedence over our original schedule.
Yeah, exactly.
That said, if we only have time for one of them, what takes precedence? Star Fox Assault multiplayer or WarioWare? Because my vote goes to the latter personally.
My vote goes to... Which one takes priority?
Yes.
I would say Star Fox Assault would probably be more interesting. Actually, they're both really good, but I'm gonna vote for Star Fox.
Same, actually.
Yeah.
Red, what about you?
I think
like,
WarioWare would be more
I have very
interesting.
little experience with the Assault multiplayer, but I'll try my best.
Maybe we could make a poll.
Ooh. Yeah, what if we actually leave it up to our current viewers to decide where we go? This is actually a rare opportunity where that would make sense. Wouldn't you agree, right?
Yeah, I'll do that. Give me a moment.
Because I think everybody here...
Literally-
By the way, for those of you who are curious, the 4 people you hear now are the people who were signed up to play WarioWare and Star Fox Assault. So we literally can leave it up to you. Like, there's no issues in scheduling or anything.
Where are the people who are affected by that?
Yeah, so... And we do want to fulfill your Lost World donations. Not that I am complaining, obviously, because A, your donations really matter, and B, it's a Lost World, so I'm happy. But we do need to get all the way through Hidden World, because we got some seriously generous donations. So we make sure we get there. Oh, so this run of the level's going very smooth. I'm so glad I could compensate for earlier. I felt so bad. Ignominious. But everything is working out.
There's the poll, and I'm going to start it.
Great. Awesome.
If we have time for both, we will do both. And we're going to play around with the Assault multiplayer options in general. I don't want to just do one thing.
Sure.
So the commands vote Assault or vote Wario.
Also, once you're done with that, I do want to let you know that Colin has a question for you in the server, right?
Is the poll open?
Yes.
Because I don't see it on stream.
Oh. Check your stream layout to see if there's a poll layer there, and if there isn't, copy it from another one of them.
Oh,
and
see.
make sure you're using edit mode.
Okay. Poll is here. It's in the Lost World setup.
Is it below anything, and is that why it's not showing up?
That would be why. One sec. Should be at the top now. Transition. I don't see anything. Should I copy from an older poll?
Is it showing up on your end when you moved it, or
No, it's like invisible even when I have it. Like
you wanna show me?
Yeah, one sec. Sorry,
I
viewers.
can try to help. Yeah, it's fine. We're already going over time anyway. Oh wait, it's on screen now.
It is?
Yeah. Put
Oh,
it
it suddenly appeared for me too. I don't know. It took a bit.
Put it below the frame though.
Sure thing. How about does that look okay?
I'll have to wait for it to update on this end. That's good too. I'll go with that.
Okay. If that works.
So yeah, guys, the vote's open. I'm guessing the 4 of us will abstain from voting.
Yeah, I won't vote.
Guess I'm not either.
we only have we already voiced our opinions anyway, but we only have one vote in, guys. So
Too late for us, Sonic. Save the world.
So again, to be clear, the games are WarioWare, the first one, Mega Micro Games, doing it, handing off gameplay on a minigame basis to each
or
other.
technically Mega Party games, but
Or Mega
same
Party
game,
games,
pretty much.
yes. And then the other game would be Star Fox Assault, in multiplayer mode. So that is what you're voting on, what we play after Lost World. Whatever you would like to see. Like to see more, I guess.
And Streamlabs right on cue, posting the stream schedule.
Love it.
Thank you, bot.
You know, with all the Triforce like imagery, with that triangle pattern, it really makes Link's outfit even more fitting here.
Looks like a dungeon here.
Yeah,
Is this Skykeep? Are we getting the Triforce?
I think we are. I think Zavok is protecting the Skykeeper.
Oh wait, we already got the Triforce. Wait.
Oh, well then what is Zavok doing here? The true secret's revealed. My favorite useless wisp.
Love
We
the
got
SA
3 votes in,
I
people.
love the SA2 throwback here.
Same. It's pretty cool. Oops.
Oh yeah, you wanted me to introduce the charity, right?
Yes.
I got by talking about scheduling.
No worries.
So, now that we are officially in overtime, welcome to Dawn of a New Day. We are playing Sonic Lost World a little later than usual, and we are raising money for Direct Relief, which is also why we're still here on Sonic Lost World. Direct Relief is an organization that is dedicated to supporting people in times of crisis across the globe, including, but not limited to, the help they're working on with the Ukraine crisis, helping people who have been displaced by that conflict. If that sounds like something you'd want to support, or that it is something you think you can and would be willing to donate to, then use our link in the description or in the chat. And maybe help us along too by sharing the stream and honestly just participating and having a good time. No matter what you can do, it all helps, and thank you for being here.
Yes, seriously, thank you for being here, everybody. And if you would be so kind, please help share the stream around to people you know, friends or loved ones who may be able to donate or would be interested in watching. We really appreciate that. I know I've been having a lot of fun playing this game. And being able to talk with my co-commentators and hear from you guys in chat. It's been really, really nice.
Currently, we are voting on if we cannot get to both of the next 2 events, what the viewers would prefer to take precedence: Star Fox Assault multiplayer or WarioWare. Currently, there are 3 votes in, and Star Fox Assault is in the lead with 2-1.
Okay.
Still obviously really close, and not a ton of votes, but if any of you have a preference, feel free to express it right there.
Yeah, Wario's gonna be upset if he finds out that WarioWare doesn't take priority.
Wario's already gonna be upset no matter what happens.
Probably true.
Oh yeah, currently, by the way, we have a goal where if at $50 from now, if we get to $700, we will be having somebody sing Snake Eater. Probably not very well, but that's also the point.
Yes. And probably Ron, because I think that'd be funny.
You do it.
No, you do it.
No,
you.
we'll figure it out.
Alright,
If
we'll
you want to
figure it
see, if you want to see the result of the squabble, then donate to make it happen.
Whatever it takes.
You can do it better. Like, even like.
What if we
even
did it
as,
together?
like-
What if we both did it together at the same time?
Oh my god.
Is that fair?
And since we're already going overtime, by the way,
Sure.
every donation of $5 or more puts another S rank on the list, or red rings that IKG has to get.
That's
which-
right. That's not over yet. I'm up
Which,
for grabs.
by the way,
Oh my
which
god.
ones have you done so far?
So far I've done Tropical Coast Zone 4, Silent Forest Zone 1, and I have, and those are both S ranks. No red ring requests yet, but I have a
There
red
is
ring
one.
request and a, also a S rank request for Lava Mountain Zone 2 when we get there soon. So those are
All right.
pending, and you're welcome to add any to the list that aren't DLC levels. Hidden World you could also add, actually, if you wanted to, so that's up for grabs.
And Hidden World is going to be finished. We're not stopping at the final boss.
That's right.
And the Hidden World doesn't require red rings, right? I know we talked about this.
It does not. It simply requires completion of the final boss.
Cool. So yeah.
And some animal buddies, but I've got plenty, so don't worry about that. And goodbye,
Animal
Zavok.
buddies, I've got plenty. But who cares? Disney copyright claims. Oh my goodness. So, we started off today with just over $400 at the 24-hour mark. And we have raised almost $250 in the 4 hours since then.
Embarrassed me for the last time. You will be the
You
instrument
guys
of my
are
will.
amazing.
You guys really are amazing.
Fun to have your little buddy scramble you like an
I
omelet.
thought the progress yesterday was impressive.
Yeah?
Omelet.
I don't even know what to say. Like,
And a
guys are just
giant shout
incredible.
out to our top donors, both Ron's brother and especially Red's sister, our current top donator. And yes, and the top donor up until this point, who we should still not forget, I believe, was it Ben's friend or something? I don't remember. But they went by the Benefactor. And thanks to them too for their $100 donation on the first day. And it was the first major donation we got too.
I think it was actually the first donation period.
Well, my test donation of $1 was the first donation.
Ah,
But yes, it was
that
the first
is-
one during the event.
Yes, that is true.
Also, IKG, I don't think we're doing this, but Zach did say we had to sing the Snake Eater theme like DSP.
I don't know how to
Well,
do
that's
that.
why. That's why I
well,
just
didn't
said
he-
poorly.
Wait,
Well,
didn't he also
not even
say
just-
or a funny way?
Oh yeah, or a funny way.
Okay.
We're definitely not doing it as DSP. Too many,
Yeah, we definitely shouldn't do that.
too many
What?
F-bombs, too much non-stream stuff.
Yeah, no, just do it funny.
Yeah.
Just don't play it straight, you know? Yeah, Eggman just died.
Can't believe
It's
that
unfortunate.
man's dead.
That's why he's not in Sonic Forces, by the way.
Not?
He's not?
I
Remember?
must have been playing the wrong Sonic Forces.
Yeah, Sonic Forces is the best game in the series.
Let's hurry up and destroy him.
Don't you remember?
Mm-hmm.
They were dealing with the crippling loss of Eggman after Sonic Lost World.
Mm-hmm. Then who took over the world in that game?
Oh, you see, that's when they realized that when they lost Eggman, they unleashed even bigger threats that Eggman was keeping at bay.
Dark Gaia returns. No?
Metal Sonic Unchained.
Oh. Ooh, the Sonic Heroes.
Even worse.
Boss Rush.
Metal Sonic absorbed the powers of Dark Gaia. When Little Planet was summoned, he got all of the time zones and is now taking apart the Earth and blew out the flame of Solaris.
Oh my goodness. Ah, I
Oh,
just
no.
walked right into that.
And now the Space Colony Ark is crashing into the Earth.
But who's
Also,
gonna?
they broke
But
the
who's
Master
gonna
Emerald.
stop the madness? King Arthur from the King Arthur Legend and the Sonic Storybook game.
Yeah. Also, they broke the Master Emerald, and Knuckles has to find the pieces.
Yep.
Yeah,
At the same
Sonic
time,
really jumped
Nephilis
the
is
shark.
trying to convince Styx the Badger to kill Amy Rose. Yes, of course.
Ah, yes. Sixth Badger, who is in the main series, probably not.
She had a great dynamic with Mephiles. I mean, they just get along so well together. They're so similar.
Uh-oh, Lego Mechasonic. That sounds pretty cool. Do we just leave the Star Fox or Wario poll up until we're done with Lost World?
Maybe, how about through the end of Lava Mountain? To give it some sort of cutoff.
Okay, because I just don't want to remove people's ability to choose, but it's also stagnating, so I'm kind of just staring at it like...
Yeah. So I think that might be a good compromise. We can give people some warning.
Yeah. Just a reminder, though, if you will have a preference, vote in chat of which event you think is the one you'd rather see if we only do one.
Okay, this is the first round. I'll try and get all the red rings, but we'll see. Of course, I won't stop until I do. But yeah, here we are.
You beat an old man. Are you proud? Absolutely, 100%.
I do like that line too. How's everybody in chat doing today? I hope you're all doing well. I wanted to ask.
I hope they're half as thrilled about what we've done for charity here today as I am. Because that would still be very
If I wasn't focused on playing this somewhat difficult level, I'd probably be shedding a tear right now, because my heart is just so, like, full right now for the impact we're going to be able to make for Direct Relief, and it's just... I never expected that we would be doing this well, especially just us, you know, like, just putting this together for the first time, and...
I will make sure I give the proper thanks to as many parties as I can manage when this is all over, but...
Absolutely.
I will still continue to thank everybody every step of the way that this happens, because it deserves it. Also, I've never seen someone use one of the items here.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, no, that's smart.
Generally, they have less utility, but ones like Invincibility, Ring, Shield, those would still help for sure. So I saw that I had the Invincibility, and I thought it might help with these projectiles.
No, that's clever.
Yeah. Never know when the briefcase will come in handy. That's something that Layton and Sonic Lost World have in common, I suppose. Now I'm going full nerd on you guys.
Unfortunately, Layton already left the call. He's not here.
Yeah.
He had to go
missed
home.
it.
He had a mystery to solve.
Of course he did. Alright. How are we doing on red rings? Okay. 2 out of 5.
We make a donation goal where if we reach it, IKG has to watch the video on this level. Now.
Well, I mean, I want to watch the video, but...
No, I mean now. Not like later.
On stream?
Yes.
Watch a
He
stream
watches.
of a video. Oh, well.
I'm joking, but...
I know, I'm just trying to think about this logistically. I'm like, Yes. Look, guys, I don't suck at Lost World. I'm doing okay. Alright.
One of the things the video does bring up that is definitely weird about this level is that you can't use the bounce bracelet unless... Or bounce... I guess it's not a bracelet, whatever. You can't use the bounce unless you homing attack first.
That is correct.
Which is very strange.
It is weird. I think that was an oversight.
Yeah, he makes the same conclusion. I think he was correct on what his thinking was, that they have different physics for the rails.
Yeah, they do.
Put them into rail mode.
It is absolutely a
And
mode
that-
switch, for better or worse. Yeah.
And that when you homing attack, they just set you to the default physics because that has the homing attack already built in.
Yes.
And that has access to the bounce, unlike the rail mode, so technically you can bounce now.
Yep. That's exactly how it works.
That's what he thinks, and I am.
I think I think he's 100% correct. I couldn't have said it better, honestly. That is 100% it, I think. Mm-hmm. Ladies and
Because
gentlemen,
another thing-
got all the red rings.
Nice. Just got S rank in now.
You know it.
And one of the things he does bring up is that the what's it called? That's not the only thing that changes when you homing attack. Like the air physics, when you're on rails, you have a lot of horizontal velocity, but
Yes.
not after a homing attack, which is
Correct.
much more like the typical 2D sections.
Yeah.
So I think that's just on the money. Every piece lines up for that to make sense.
Yeah, honestly, I thought I was the only one who cared or noticed, so I appreciate that that person brought that up. I'm really happy to hear that. Yeah.
Sonic is sad.
Yeah.
For the
Hey.
S rank.
What's up, Ron?
For the
That's
S rank.
Yep, we're doing the S rank.
Yep.
And as the person in the video points out, which he is correct, jumping and double jumping is how you increase your speed and maintain it, which you've probably seen me do since Tropical Coast, but in case people were wondering why I'm jumping like a maniac, it really does increase that.
Yeah, you get a slight speed boost when you jump.
Yep.
Yeah.
For the people who wonder why I'm jumping like a maniac.
Yeah, skipping the double, skipping that, like, double loop-de-loop is, really satisfying.
Woo! That was close.
It's definitely a time save.
Yeah.
And you would think, what do you do on a time trial of basically a minecart level? Oh, they found ways to make it so it absolutely depends on your skill on how quickly you do it.
Yep. Not only is there the important jump mechanics of the Ryle mode, as we'll call it, which again I think is a real good way to look at it. There's of course the mechanic introduced where red rails slow you down and green rails speed you up. And not only do they speed you up, you can actually even go farther in the air, jumping on green rails. So the momentum stacks, so to speak, in a very, very literal sense. So for example, take a look at how fast you can go here.
And you don't lose speed when you jump, so you can jump over what would be a red rail with the green rail momentum and still keep it.
That's why the gravity mechanic complements these levels so well, because the systems work together. This is why I love Sonic Lost World.
And why I'm frustrated with Sonic Lost World is the fact that this is only the second level of its type and is a massive skill gap between the other, and they didn't do anything else with it.
True. Although, to be fair, there are some tricky optional sections of this in Silent Forest Zone 1, but yeah, that is true.
Yeah, no, it's... I appreciate it for this game for what it does. I'm not throwing that out. I'm just, man, imagine if this game was cohesive, well-rounded, and consistent.
How about a sequel?
We're not getting that.
Yeah, I know. This section I do not rush.
My sister really wants to know a random answer to her random question. Are you a cat person or a dog person?
Me?
I'm a dog person. I have a dog. I've never had a cat before.
Cat.
I am 100% a cat person.
Dog. Cats are split even, just like America.
Whoa.
We are statistically normal.
Yay.
Oh, well, Neil Lanky says both. Well, yes, I do like both.
I guess I like dogs. But
Like-
I definitely prefer.
I like cats. I just never had one.
I personally wouldn't want to be a cat owner,
We did it.
at least over being a dog owner. Partly because I don't want to deal with litter boxes.
Yeah.
I'd rather
Alright.
deal with that than deal with walking dog.
No, I'd rather watch the dog. That's something you can do with the dog that's more actually interesting in a relation with the dog. That just happens to have them take a poop part of the way through. Rather
Ladies and
than
gentlemen, we have
a
caught
massive
up.
mess you have to clean up.
We've caught up on all of the $5 donations that went towards S Rank or Red Ring, but you're still able to do so if you are interested.
Up to the end of this game, you can still do it.
We promise.
The only obligation we have left besides beating the game is doing those bonus levels.
Yep.
I was hoping you'd say that. Destroy
And how much
Sonic.
are we away from our Snake Eater goal?
$50. We have
Okay.
not moved since our last one. And yes, we are up to 650, and that is really cool.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Night Bro. Tails isn't going through his emo phase, don't worry. He was playing an act. He only pretended to be emo.
To quote James Bond, that's certainly one way of proposing it.
You know, that's probably competition for the best Tails scene in this game, and it still has problems before and after it in terms of context.
Yeah.
Like, on its own, that's a cool scene for Tails that these games don't do very often, where Tails is self-sufficient, does something really cool, and stands up for himself and saves Sonic.
Right.
And then it's capstoned with Tails just sliding into the background and not bringing up again. And also, it is brought up before with the context of how it happened not being very well handled.
Yeah.
You know? That's the Sonic Lost World writing situation where you get those moments and it's, wow, that's cool. Like Eggman with the Zeddy thing, you know?
Oh, Lost World has so many good writing ideas in terms of character and plot, and then it has so many really bad ones. I
It
think.
has such an identity issue. It doesn't take a direction and go for it.
Yeah.
It tries like a bunch of ideas that don't work with each other and then just throws them at a wall. And when some of them seem like they'll stick, I have a hard time appreciating them very well because of the way everything around it is handled. I saw people talking on Twitter like a week or two ago about the Eggman scene with the, you know, as long as I can strangle a Zeddy, right?
My hands are fine.
Saying that's possibly the best line Mike Pollock has ever done as Eggman. And I don't
Yeah.
personally feel that way, but
I
I
mean-
can understand why somebody would feel
It's certainly in
that way, you know?
contention, I think. Yeah.
But my problem isn't as much to do with the scene itself, it's that every time I think of that scene, I'm not just thinking of the scene, I'm thinking of everything around it, the tone of the cutscene right before that happens, what happens after it, and what the story beats are connected to that moment. It's like,
Yeah.
the story when I'm playing the game, the moment comes off as confused to me, not, oh wow, Eggman's serious, you know?
Which is clearly what they were
Like-
going for, based on Sonic and Tails' reaction.
But if you watch the cutscene in isolation without the context, you probably would get the intended effect, you know?
Right.
And that's kind of the Sonic Lost World problem with the story here. So, I do get why people like it. I just don't really have that isolated view of the scene. Context matters a little much for me. I do really like what they were going for, though. And it reminds me a lot, on paper, of the, like the SA2 scene, where he launched Sonic into space in the same kind of vibe of, like,
It's basically the Pontiac and Graph version of that scene, I like to think.
it's the intensity of what kind of a villain he is. Now, obviously, one of them is a triumph and one of them is a low point, but both of them show how intense he is, and the fact that he's not just a goofy man with a mustache, there's more there. Right? But one of them pulls it off through not just the scene, but its outer context, and the other scene is betrayed by its context. I don't know.
Alright.
That's how I...
Chat, I want you to make a decision. Parkour or Hover Wisp? You tell me.
You know what?
First
Can I
commenter to post. Go. Do it.
First come, first serve. From chat.
Can I actually make a call?
I'm gonna have the chat decide, but if you want to talk about something, by all means.
Never mind.
Okay.
Whichever is harder. I guess.
I
let's
know,
start
it's such an important decision. Is that what the first response said?
Yes.
Okay, objectively speaking, it's gonna be part 4. So here we go.
Sorry about that.
We just got a post from Neo saying Wisp. I guess you get to try that one.
The
now.
good news is that I died, so we can do both. Awesome.
Does, in response to the emo thing with Tails, does this mean he's gonna Tobey Maguire down the street?
Oops.
Sadly, no.
So we're out here going and we're gonna witness Bully Prower.
There we go.
Tails animated doing the Bully Maguire dance.
Two tails.
Da 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 da. I think Glock is a bit of an overstatement of what that gun was, but yeah, that'd be really interesting to see Eggman just literally threaten harm on somebody like that again.
Like how they just made that whole gun model just for that one scene. Never uses it again.
Yeah.
How does it feel playing through Lost World this far, where you're almost done with the game, with the heart system enabled?
It definitely makes it harder, for sure, but not tremendously. So a lot of my mistakes were platforming related, but it is a bit harder.
I feel like the biggest difference would be boss fights, though I don't know if that's been your experience.
Weirdly enough, no. It's weird enough it's been the enemies, generally speaking.
If we play Star Fox Assault or Wario or whatever we do, that's gonna be at 6:30, right?
It's gonna be when we finish Lost World.
Because of the donations, but probably by then, yeah, probably.
If you're saying you want to eat food, unless it's gonna take time to make, you might want to do that now, because we are getting pretty late in the game.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I mean, it's gonna be made soon, but...
Yeah, be aware that, timing might not line up well with that. I, too, am thinking about when I'm gonna have dinner, as in late.
Me too.
That's why I ate earlier when I did.
Yeah, I don't have early dinners, so...
I've had a long day on the street. It's not over yet.
Have you been here for?
I don't even know. Officially 5:30 a.m. I took like a short break. Two short breaks.
Oh, so you're...
He's had a few breaks, but he's been here since the morning.
Yeah, so you're doing what I did last night.
After Smash, IKG is done for the day, although he's not participating in the Smash 1, is he? Or, no, you did. No, you're in Winner's Final. Yeah, you're in Winner's Final. So, no.
Back to the, Tails Bully McFire thing, imagine Tails just, like, flying around the jazz club.
That'd be so funny. Yeah.
Like... So that may be more suited for... That may be funnier as, like, Sonic, just sort of playing the piano, then just sort of doing the homing attack around, like, all the tables and whatnot.
It is off. Who could have done that?
Or just parkouring around, like it's this game, actually.
Remember, chat, $5 or more, another S rank or a red ring, 100% of profits go to direct relief. We're
don't have a ton of time left in this game, so opportunities are running out. If we keep at this pace, we probably will still have some time for WarioWare, though.
I assume we're skipping the bonus stages of Tropical Coast and Sky Road then?
Yeah,
Okay.
we don't need to do those.
That's fine. Not a problem. Just figured I'd ask. I think those are
We're
the
already
only
over
two...
time, and those weren't a mandation.
Right, I think those are the only 2 levels we're leaving on the cutting room floor, which is actually really good. That's... Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, we overachieved on these goals. We're doing great.
We sure did.
You got all this money in this during this playthrough?
Most of these funds today were in this game.
I'm really proud of that, honestly, because I was really looking forward to the Lost World event, and I'm so happy that you guys are supporting, and yeah, it's amazing. All for
Probably
direct
like-
relief.
Like track what game was the most profitable, which this one easily at the moment.
Oh,
Hopefully this one. The only other competition would be Ocarina.
yeah.
I mean, Ocarina of Time did make like $150 right off the bat, but this has made more than that. I don't remember what else Ocarina. We use science to determine what the best event is. Okay, guys, but maybe we can make it Majora's Mask, even though it's early in the morning. Impress me.
Impress me, it's the final event of the year.
The moment you've all been waiting for.
Majora is going to be
A payoff for
quite
the entire
good,
stream theming. Yes.
And unlike Ocarina of Time, I have no plans to end the stream without finishing it. So,
Oh yeah, we will go until it's done.
and there goes
Alright,
Eggman.
that was the final boss. Goodbye, Dr. Robotnik. See you in the next Sonic event later, another time.
All this to make that
You know
robot.
you never needed Eggman, right?
Yeah.
I could have turned this thing off
Okay.
myself.
Well,
Also,
actually, there's a
I
lot of
think
energy
that-
left over, so who knows what he would have done if he had the ability.
Oh, and here's something.
Yeah.
I think that
I always thought it was so
about-
funny that you knocked Eggman off into the distance and he's just here now.
To return our world's stolen
With a
energy.
jetpack?
It doesn't make any sense.
Eggman.
What?
Yeah.
Well,
Why is he laying on the ground?
Be mine once again. Only next time, I'll make them stronger.
well, that tracker arm was basically just a big loop, so
Why isn't my jetpack working?
he did actually fall here.
Maybe because
Fair enough.
I borrowed the exhaust hose?
It was the wonky gravity. He orbited a couple of times.
Bum 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
And then Sonic
Also-
killed Eggman.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Sonic basically just killed him.
Wow, I
I
mean, I
mean,
knew this
it
game was
worked,
a little harder edge than some other Sonic games, but wow, he really just kills Eggman.
Speaking
mean-
of harder edge.
I mean, they thought that like he died, last time he fell. So why would you think differently here?
the
He landed on the rocks.
The next.
You got a good
Sonic
point.
game
There's
we're
2 fake
covering-
Eggman tits in this game, technically. I didn't even. All this time playing this game, I never even thought about that, Red. That is true.
Looks like springtime.
I'm still upset that Sonic Forces didn't have Eggman with a partially regrown mustache.
Yeah, it's just like the chip bracelet, unfortunately.
After a day like today, I can
That would have
enjoy
been so great.
Alright, and Sonic's gonna take a nap until we get to the very psychedelic hidden world very shortly.
Sonic, you couldn't have even gone in the shade. Wait, if the sun's over that angle, then why is this shadow pointing towards the sun?
Since we're on the credits and we do need to get through them, I'm just gonna use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Quick, donate everything you have before IPG gets back. Make him have a heart attack when he comes back. In a good way. The charity way.
He's back and we're at 750.
What? We did say we were going to close the poll after Lava Mountain, and that was the last level of Lava Mountain. So, if we don't have time, we're defaulting to Star Fox. But it does look like we probably will have the time. So, yeah.
gonna close and complete that poll. Huh. I too am going to take a very brief moment to breathe. I will also be right back. Red and Ben can have fun for like a minute.
You're ready for fun, Red?
Are you ready, kids?
They Captain.
By the way, how'd things go last night after I left?
Went well enough, I suppose. Titanfall 2 was endearing, more so than I expected. I had more fun with Professor Layton than I was expecting, especially being as exhausted as I was. And, Time Crisis was...
I'm back.
Time Crisis-y.
A quick interruption to the credits. It looks like Star Fox Assault won the poll, and we finished Lava Mountain, so...
Yep. You already ended the poll.
Okay, good. Alright.
Got to ask KG, but how did Layton go?
Oh, it went really well. It was good. Friday and Ben were answering a lot of questions, and we had a couple people working on the puzzles in chat. It was really exactly what I hoped it would be, so yeah, it turned out really well. Thanks for asking.
I did way better than I thought I would, given how exhausted I was.
Oh, you did great. Okay.
Here he is. Took you long enough. Get me out of here.
Boss, your face is...
Yes, your face. It is good
Lives.
Boss, your face...
is a little dirty. Let me wipe that for you. You're being weird. Let's get out of here before my day gets any worse.
Why can't we tell him about his mustache?
I think it's better to wait until he separates our heads. Then you can tell him and get all the glory.
Great, thanks!
What's wrong with my mustache?
Alright. Well, they're gonna be destroyed. Anyways. Here we go.
Well. Get an F in the chat for Eggman's mustache.
$1 donation for Eggman's, recovery of his mustache?
So this level, for those of you who don't know, it's on a timer that counts down. You have to destroy these very psychedelic cubes in this very psychedelic environment with this very psychedelic electronic music. I know I'm stressing that, but I really can't stress it enough. It's very trippy. In a way I find almost unsettling. But this level actually goes on for as long as you can, but the problem is the cubes become more defensive, they become farther away from the edge, and the strength of your homing attack determines how far you can push them back. So you want to be quick and precise, but they also can flip the panels and cause you damage. And this is actually an example of a level where the 3-heart run is really difficult, because it's all about enemy encounters, right? But here's the problem. If you die, you actually have to do it all over again. If you let time run out, it's considered a success, and the points are simply what you got. So my goal is to run out of time, rather than lose my hearts, okay? So, if there becomes a point where this gets so challenging, I'm actually going to wait out the clock, rather than try and put myself in a dangerous situation. And that is what I recommend to anybody who plays this level. Oof. Okay, so I gotta be very careful now. Oh boy. I might have actually just cost my run. That's okay. This is about as far as I usually get. I don't know. I've seen a crazy Japanese player on his Japanese YouTube channel got like really far on this. So let's try this again. And the timer can never go above 29 seconds, or basically 30 seconds. So, yeah. That is how Zone 1 of Hidden World works. Harain, do you have any experience playing this very bizarre level?
Yeah, I didn't understand it for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, talk about conveyance. What I just explained is not what a lot of people figure out. So.
Nothing about this level makes sense. Run out of time to win. The strength of the homing attack is how far they knock, but only when they're standing still. Most people die by damage before they run out of time because of how this thing works.
Especially
even without
ours.
part system.
Yeah.
Or they fall off trying to do a homing attack, you know? And like...
You know, I still like the level. It's just the conveyance is really bad.
So bad. When I understand how it works, it's a neat idea.
You can't even use the hit monitor excuse, so there are none.
It's weird that it's considered a level and it's not like a bonus stage or something.
Yeah. Even Zone 4, which doesn't seem like it has an end, actually does. But we'll get there when we get there.
And when we get there...
Okay, when the music picks up, that's when you know it gets harder, which is a nice cue. That's the one thing I think that's conveyed well. But I still really like this level. I'm just fascinated by how great it is. I mean, it's a candidate for one of the strangest levels in the series. Well, that in Zone 4. Again, we'll get there. This is a very catchy tune. I like this piece a lot. I use it in the Lost World review. Anything going on in chat?
Not at the moment.
Alright.
Anyone want to give IKG a last-minute surprise of a A rank or an S rank? Excuse me, or a 100% red rings? Still have the opportunity.
This might be the farthest I've ever gotten to this. Oh my gosh.
Does this level have an S rank?
No. I don't actually think the Hidden Worlds do have it. Hang on, I'm not really sure. We'll find out when I beat it. I forget. I don't play Zone 1 often, as you can probably guess, because it's really hard. Even once you figured it out. I'm just gonna let the clock run out. We gotta move on. Alright, that was fun. That was not a bad round at the end there.
If we are ready to move on by 6 o'clock, we will have 3 hours combined for Star Fox and WarioWare.
That's great.
Honestly,
Totally
WarioWare
doable.
is a game that you really could do in like 1 hour.
Yeah, I'd say no more than 1 hour, honestly, in terms of keeping it up and all that.
We gave it a 2-hour block, but it doesn't need it.
You know what? That was probably our saving grace, was the fact that we gave WarioWare a 2-hour block. That's going to compensate for Lost World, I think. Yeah.
Or did we give it a 2-hour block or give it an hour and a half?
Oh, I can't see the schedule right now.
Oh, it's an
Right.
hour and a half, but
Okay.
still.
Cool.
We could give both an hour. Or maybe even WarioWare with less. I don't know, we'll play it by ear.
Okay. As long as we get on track for the event after both of them, then I think we're
Well, yeah,
golden.
that's what's important.
Yeah. Alright, we'll be good. We got this.
As fun as WarioWare is, it can be repetitive if we keep, like, doing it.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. No worries, though. Rain, do you want to talk about your experience with this level and what you think about it?
So, I actually haven't played it that often. Mostly because by the time I actually explored these was a lot later, and I haven't done it very many times to get to this point, but it is a really cool concept, and I like the callbacks.
You know I'm not generally fond of the auto-scrolling plane levels in Sonic, but this one's neat.
Yeah. It's a pretty neat diversion.
Don't people say it's like really hard or something? I don't remember.
Not that I've heard. I don't know. I don't think it's very hard.
I'm misremembering, because I remember playing, I was like, this isn't really hard.
It's fun to speedrun, though.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so to be clear, you cannot do S ranks. Okay. Of these. Yep, same thing. Okay.
That makes sense. I'm just,
Alright.
Sorry, guys. No hidden zone S ranks if you donate. Still can, though. 2 more levels.
It's possible Zone 3 lets you, because it is the only conventional level out of the 4, but we'll see. I'll check.
It'd be weird if they broke the trend.
True.
Although an S rank of this could be kind of neat.
Yeah. Ooh, look at me.
Especially given those things you can do with the level.
Yeah, so you know how I talk about all the time that this game has the DKC roll jump mechanic with the spin dash? This level might take advantage of that more than any other. Like that.
It doesn't consume your double jump.
Nope.
Which is interesting about it.
Yeah.
It genuinely is a roll jump.
This definitely uses the disappearing block concept from Mario Galaxy with the green tiled blocks. But a very, like, digital, shiny kind of... very alien, very strange thing. Because, like, the Lost Hex, right? Very weird, very alien. And then Hidden World is just, like, 5 times more psychedelic somehow. It's crazy. Like, it can't get any weirder than Zone 4. I'm telling you, if you haven't played this game, just wait until the next level. You're going to be very confused, and I will not have an answer for you.
Stepping on the disappearing blocks, I can hear the Mario Galaxy, like, where they...
Yeah, that's a very iconic sound in that game. It's just like, that's very distinctive. I think we're gonna do a deathless run of this. Let's see what we can do. Certainly give it a try.
Also, for our viewers who are wondering, given how many times we brought up Mario, hey, is there any Mario stuff here? Given how much we've talked about it? And the answer is yes. In fact, there is a 3D Mario game coming up tonight.
Yes.
After Smash. Red and I will be playing Mario 64 through with one controller shared between us. I'll have the left half and he'll have the right half.
Yeah, that's gonna be something else.
Will we actually get past Rainbow Ride this time?
We are going to do a 70-star run, but for every donation of a certain value, you guys can make us have to get one more star.
You can literally add to their star total. Okay, so this is that really weird level I was talking about. You hit the ceiling, you die, just like that. It's an auto-scroller. Ryan, do you want to explain the rest? My brain's fried. Weird.
It's basically like you jump on it and it knocks the ball you're standing on in the opposite direction. But some of these bubbles have basically Pac-Man.
Furry Pac-Man. Like with a fur
in them.
texture. Yeah. Go on.
And they try to eat Sonic. The only way you can kill them directly is with the spike balls. Although I don't know if bringing invincibility in or something works.
Also, what's going on with the background? Like, seriously.
Technically the same as every other level. But
yeah, but
it does look like we're scrolling into it.
It reminds me of the level from Psychonauts 2.
That sounds about right to me. I mean, just what? Where am I? Seriously, try and find a weirder Sonic level. I'll wait. Like, what is this? I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just confused. He plays okay. Just who came up with this and why? I don't know.
Now, if this level had an S rank.
Oh, that'd be something.
Wait, does this level have any red rings?
No. None of the Hidden World levels have red rings, actually.
Interesting, because when you were pulling up the HUD, the red ring HUD was still there.
Yeah, it sits there, but you can't actually get any, weirdly enough.
That's interesting. You would have thought they'd, disable it.
True.
I wonder if any kid's like, where are they? Am I missing a whole secret area?
Might have been me as a kid, actually.
Get the
12
8th
years
Chaos Emerald.
I was 12 years old when this game came out. I got it launch day. That was close. That could have been. Alright. Be careful. Oh, that's... No checkpoints as well. I hate to say it, but this is one of the hardest levels of the game. Chat, what do you think of this level? What do you think so far? I'm very curious.
I never thought I could taste colors. But here I am.
Red, what do you think of this level?
Certainly looks interesting.
Nightbird says, and this level is just weird.
Yeah.
Actually, looking at it, I really agree with Nightbird. This really looks like Yoomp. After just looking it up.
The spike balls can ricochet off the top, which can be useful on occasion.
I have the Atari 2600 Pac-Man death sound in my head now. Yeah, he's saying the level before this one looked like you.
Oh.
I still find it so weird that they used the Atari 2600 Pac-Man death sound as part of the opening to Lord Crump's theme.
Wait, what? They did?
Yeah.
Never
If you
thought
ever
about
listen
that.
back to it.
I guess I need to.
There's...
They sampled
like,
it?
Yeah.
Verbatim?
Yeah. No, it's like...
That's
It has like a... I guess you would say... Well, it's filtered, but it's like a... Why am I blanking on what it's called? Like, you know, this big reverb.
Mm-hmm.
It has like a reverb on it, but it's the same sound.
Oh.
But like, you listen to the opening, it's like bop 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 bop, and then they do like the death sound.
I think one of the most fascinating things about this area is the yellow sky. It's always yellow. It's not a color you see often like that, even on like fictional planets or.
Is
it's very
that a JoJo reference?
What?
JoJo, yellow skies.
Oh, I actually didn't know I made a reference. I'm sorry.
No, not you. JoJo has yellow skies in it.
Ah,
The meme is that everything's a reference to JoJo.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Hey, can somebody explain what that thing is? I'm still trying to figure it out.
Pac-Man.
I called Izuka. He wouldn't tell me. He wouldn't give me a straight answer.
I think Izuka lives in fear of it, and he doesn't want to tell you.
You know what this looks like?
What?
It looks like the relative of the eel, from Sunshine.
No, I don't want to die.
Darn.
Alright, I have 7
Kinda
minutes
does
to
have
beat
the
this
same-
level. 7 minutes.
I should actually get Dolphin open.
Yeah.
I mean my GameCube that has online capabilities.
There we go. That wasn't too bad. Also, there is an end. There is a point where you wait too long and the screen will no longer scroll, which is kind of unfortunate. But I'll try not to let that happen, of course. This is now. Come on.
Hello.
Hello, Ron.
How's the stream been?
It's been fine. IKG is getting close to the end of this.
Nice.
I think this is what hell looks like for me. This level.
Do IKG's idea with WarioWare is going to take a little bit of setup, so I'm going to work on that in the background.
Wait, what's the idea?
It's a pass-off thing, but it requires us all to have the same controller, technically. And I can do that. It's just gonna, again, take a little bit of setup.
But so we're doing WarioWare instead of Salt.
Well, we're doing both. We have enough time.
No, Wind Waker. It's what happens when Pac-Man and a hamster have a child.
Yes, yeah, that described it pretty well. Yeah. This makes me very uncomfortable. I wish I could recreate my expression in 7th grade.
Hey, Friday, how
when
you
I played
doing?
this game for the first time
to...
and saw that. I was, wow.
This is Friday's wake-up call.
Hey,
You as exhausted as I am?
Hello, Friday. Hello.
Yeah, so for the people who aren't IKG who are participating, as in Ron and Red, I posted a link. I'm gonna try to set that up on the background so we don't waste too much time.
Here's the link.
It's in the chat of the voice chat.
Oh.
That is fair. I'm going on like 4 hours of sleep, so.
Do you just join, Red?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like right now, or?
Yeah.
Lucky devil.
I'm in. Do you see me?
Yeah, push a button on your controller.
Yeah, I didn't get to bed until like 10, and then I woke up at like 3.
Did you
Wait,
get
no.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
What we do for charity. Alright, here we go.
Even when I'm not completely tired, my math is terrible.
That's one hit. And he releases animals, if it couldn't get even more unsettling.
It's Pac-Man and furries, and not furries,
Hamsters.
hamster's love child.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only going to bind the buttons that are relevant for WarioWare for the sake of time. Which, obviously, should be fine.
Very minimal, yeah. That should be totally fine. Alright, guys.
Yeah.
I do have access to all of the buttons for other navigation if it becomes important, but...
I swear this level's total luck sometimes.
Wind Waker, don't judge. It's high in protein.
worried I'm gonna hit the wall soon. Come on, Sonic.
Hi, Ron.
Ow! I got hit by my own. Oh, that was so close! That was so close! You'll see it on the stream. So close.
Yeah, no, it's insane.
This is the end of the road. I got one more shot. Ah. I don't know. Think we beat it, or do I gotta do it again? Alright.
Well, said you were gonna do it, right?
Oh, okay.
I'm also still setting up, so.
I'm not a quitter. I'm just. I need a... My hands hurt. Everything hurts. Okay. Do this again.
Level looks terrible.
Okay.
It's definitely my least favorite level in the game. I'll say that.
It's really brutal, and in a kind of a necessary way with the lack of checkpoints.
Mm-hmm. And the final segment as well. But yeah, especially the lack of checkpoints.
I think the final segment would be fine. You could retry it without having to do the slow auto-scroller again.
Right. That would help a lot, yeah. Oh, one shot.
You just got a strike.
Thank you. Or what is it in Wii Sports? Nice shot. Oh my lord.
I got.
I will say, the stage actually does teach its mechanics pretty well, though. That's the one thing I'll give credit for.
Yeah, pretty clear.
So slow paced.
Do you remember if the L and the R buttons are used for anything in WarioWare?
I don't believe so. As long as you're going off of GBA, which again, I don't know if party
It's
games...
the same micro games.
But I don't know if... I'm assuming the controls are the same. It should literally be...
You can play it with a GBA.
You need 2 face buttons and a D-pad. That's it. So yeah, no triggers.
You can bind the sticks too, because those are also work, and I don't know if people prefer them.
Yeah, you should definitely bind the sticks. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. But that's it in terms of input. That all you have to think about: sticks, D-pad, and A and B. That should be it. Should be it. All right, chat. Send me your energy for this. I need it. Really? Doesn't do it at the same interval. It's like they did that just to annoy me. Oh my lord. IKG loses his mind in psychedelic world.
Remember, kids, drugs are bad.
Yeah.
So play Sonic Lost World instead. It'll give you the full experience.
More or less. I
I'm almost done, so we can keep going until I'm like done, I guess.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
Sure.
You have given it your absolute definite attention here. Just
Yeah, Lanky says this creature may be more dangerous than Mephiles.
think so.
you know, Mephiles only killed Sonic once. This creature killed Sonic a lot of times. Think about that.
Oh, the slicers.
Okay. Can you guys, like Ron or Red, control the menu?
Yes.
Ron too?
Menu?
Yeah, can you, like, move it?
Let me check.
With, like, stick or D-pad. Don't care which.
I moved it left. I can move it.
Your right is working?
For the stick? No, but for the D-pad, it's fine.
Okay. I can double check the right input.
Also, I can't hear the game.
Why not?
I mean, it won't matter too much, I don't think, if we can't, but...
What? It's not buzzing, is it?
No.
Why can't you hear it?
Yeah, I hear buzzing too, but
Oh, you actually hear buzzing?
yeah, I do.
That would explain it. Ron, can you hold right on the left stick? I want to see what happens.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just not even reacting. What the heck?
Yeah, but
But you can push it left, right? Yeah. What about up and down? Can you push up and down? Yeah. I'm getting every reading except right from you. And right isn't formatted any different.
I did it! I did
Yay!
it! I did it! Ladies and gentlemen, it's been quite a journey. That was Sonic Lost World, all but 2 levels. Everything else you can possibly do in the PC version, not counting achievements. It's a lot of content.
Yep.
Still love this game to pieces. I hope you enjoyed this ride, and thank you all for the incredible donations during this game alone. It's really incredible. We're going to take a short intermission to get ready for Wario World, which, as you hear, we are working on in the background. Real short. We'll be right back. Thank you very much. See you soon.